Time's up. Have your own. Here it comes.
Fade in.
When it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have.
You know what? There is a single reason why I wouldn't want to become a merman. I wouldn't have my penis anymore.
Every video from now to the end of time would be some dude wearing a dildo strapped onto his forehead, getting beat to death with a machete.
Jurassic Park didn't eat more out of Lilo's pie.
Fuck. You got to watch it. You got to hit the like button.
We've got to get it up for him, guys. Come on. Everyone who's watching this video needs to
that.
go over
Don't say it like that.
And share the video. We got to keep going.
Don't they have to get it up for me? Don't say it like that. God damn it.
But I'm so apathetic to Star Wars that this episode could have featured Yoda riding on a dildo being wielded by R2-D2, and I would have the same reaction.
I'm in the business of making money, having ladies drop panties and do cocaine.
I'm still jerking off in front of my console.
And you think that anybody that says something otherwise is the racist? You crack-filled, heroin-smoking, porch monkey, white smoke, chocolate-eating moron. You're the racist.
You know the people playing Grand Theft Auto. If there's just going to be a random pride parade that pops up in the city, you know what assholes like me are going to do? I'm going to find the biggest fucking truck that I have, a 4x4, and fucking run through that fucking pride parade and fucking kill everybody. In a video game, YouTube. In a video game.
No, Warner Brothers is doomed. They can't take care of themselves. They're a limbless infant on the street begging, help me, please, but no one's going to do it because it's a Goblin Baby. So no one wants it. Point is, anybody that picks up that Goblin Baby, it's a diseased baby, and it's going to poison your entire company too because you're also dumb and stupid and you don't know what you're doing. Now, if you were smart, you could put cybernetics on it, create a little monster, run around here, then we have a lot of fun. But they're not that smart to make it even a cybernetic Goblin Baby that could cause destruction. That'd be fun. But here we are.
I love this metaphor.
Here we are.
Cybernetic.
We have nothing
that's
but
what Apple was describing. Joe was describing with Apple. That's cybernetic, baby.
Cybernetic Goblin Baby.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
I do not know if I am a girl anymore. I think I'm a they, them. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're here to bang women.
I use it. It's great. It's great. It's fantastic. You have to understand the glory of a good back scratcher. I don't know. I didn't know what I was missing all these years. It's fantastic. I'm tired of hurting my left arm to try and reach around. Box office.
You're doing it to yourself. I am not responsible for the degeneracy of this stream.
This is why I do crystal meth.
Motherfucker flies across fucking galaxies. He flies in space. He lives on the sun for hundreds of years to become a god. How does James Gunn, and he's ripped my fucking microphone out. I'm so fucking pissed.
Disney showed its dirty booger fingers in this movie.
Oh my God, you're not going to let me tell the story of cutting my penis off?
I was coming in my pants.
Whoa, back. So, the white girl that's not a black girl with blonde hair is playing a character that saves Siri from SA and then demands compensation by eating bugs.
Basically.
There is nobody of merit there. It's for their new fan base. That's who D23 is for. Everybody who went there knowing they sniff crotch and suck shit.
I want some real Greeks.
Don't try to razzle dazzle me.
I'd work with Haley Atwell every day.
But
with two hands even.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I want to see movies!
And these tool bags wouldn't know quality if it walked up and motorboated them. Because, you're going to motorboat quality.
Wait, what?
Quality boobs. You want to motorboat quality boobs.
There we go. All better now. Man, Babies are the greatest things on earth.
Hail and howdy, everybody. Welcome to the round table. We're back after a brief. I'm not back yet. From a brief vacation. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Hope everybody is safe and sound back at home. And we are ready because, boy, we got a lot to cover today. I mean, stuff just keeps happening. There's layers to everything. We've got everything from, we have to do a little bit of backtracking for box office discussion because we missed a week of an important week, honestly. It was very important. Then it happened. We all know it happened. Netflix and Warner Brothers. But how good is it? Is it real? And what is the cope? There's a lot of cope on all sides, and there's a lot of twisting of the narratives going on here. But we can all agree that it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But we're talking about that. And then, of course, spinning off into before, after, during, wipe up. There's so much DCU shit we have to talk about that's happened in the past couple weeks now. Jed, pray that Matt Smith doesn't go near this thing. Just pray he doesn't go near the DCU right now. Pray for
Matt Smith needs a better agent. After leaving Doctor Who well over a decade ago at this point, he's had one really popular role with House of the Dragon. So good on his agent for helping get that. And I loved Last Night in Soho, but nobody but me watched it. Other than that, he's had a lot of stinkers. You watched it, yeah, because I made you. But like Terminator Genesis was awful. He was wrong for that role. And he was Morbius as well, the villain in Morbius. If he does this, he was nearly in Star Wars Episode 9. Before
he's in Starfighter. He's in Starfighter.
He just needs a better agent. Him and Henry Cavill really need to sit down and find someone who can get them better roles. Because this is ridiculous at this point. Matt Smith is a phenomenal actor. He deserves better.
Yeah, he's great. And we don't want to hear that. So there's that too. But and then I think I've got gaming discussion. I'm not sure. I do the best to find a gaming thing every week, but it's a little rough because oxygen swallowed up by Netflix and Warner Bros. Other than that, Jed, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. If you guys didn't get a chance to check it out, Adam and I had a phenomenal discussion about Interstellar last night on Saturday Night Drive-In, available on both of our different channels. Yeah. But it's been a great week for content for us. We have a lot of good things to talk about, and I have a lot of exciting things coming in the future. But I'm just happy to be here to process the week. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the psychological benefits of sleep, but it's consolidating your memories of the day. And I feel like that's what Roundtable is for me. It consolidates the news of the week, helps me quantify my thoughts and everything, and just puts everything in its order. So having taken off last week, I felt all out of sorts, like I hadn't slept, that I hadn't gone REM. It was all out of whack, but we're here to consolidate the news of the week for our own minds.
Yeah, not doing any shows last weekend. It felt weird on Monday. I felt like I'd been away from streaming for a month. My rhythm was almost gone.
Well, because you stream every day.
Yeah. And I do the best. So it feels weird when it's not there. Although I needed it, this whatever Papa Nurgle disease I have, it's lingering, and I get a little better every day right now, but it's still kind of here. And but I'm getting through it. Hi, Dragon Lady, how are you?
All right, good to be back. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving last weekend over there in the US. Yeah, good to be back, really.
And there's Dre with the little man. His tiny little head is just popping up.
He wanted to hang out. So
you came on right as I clipped in Beardo's right, and I'm just thinking, oh no, I'm gonna destroy his impressionable little mind.
It's fine. He's heard worse.
He's already heard worse.
Yeah, well, very good. It's good to be back. Definitely needed that week off. For sure. Had a pretty solid week, right, Fat Boy? We had a solid week. What we playing, Fat Boy? We were playing Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
You having fun with it?
Yeah, we are having fun. And we're having fun. Simple game. It's fun. Beat 'em up. .emu kills it once again. I'm enjoying myself. I'm looking forward to more content. I'm hoping there's a DLC soon because I enjoyed the playthrough. It's a fun game. But yeah, of course, we got a lot of stuff to
Oh,
talk.
yeah.
Oh, that's yeah.
I
we-
was
we got
terrible
stuff to
last
burn.
night. I didn't go to bed till 6 this morning because
Ooh.
What were you
no.
doing?
Oh, I know what he was doing.
No. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's a family show. Anyway, no. Last night after Jed and I were done, I had dinner. I hopped in Discord and we had plans. I planned for some of the boys to play a multiplayer game. It was co-op, but didn't stream it because it's not streaming friendly. It's basically a city builder called Kingdoms Reborn. And myself, Kel, and Weasel just sat there when nobody else even in the room at one point. We're just there all quietly multiplaying on this world, just going about our business. And you just keep managing your city, and the hours go by and realize, oh god damn, it's 5 o'clock. I gotta go bed. So that's what I was up way too late playing a game, and I'll go back to it when we're done here. I'm gonna go back and play before I go talk Star Trek. But yeah, so I got enough sleep, but I've been getting enough sleep. I haven't slept well for 2 weeks because of the cold, but last night I'm starting to sleep normally again. So I understand that metaphor. But there is another thing that people be aware of. Dre, are you aware of my current grift for the month?
No, I'm not. What are you prostituting yourself on this time?
It's a holiday grift. It's called the Be Merry or Be a Grinch tier. So for every $100 in each tier, I either have to be nice to someone or an asshole to someone. And if you do the flat $100, you get to choose the person. Anybody that I deal with on social media, as long as I deal with them, I have to apply to it. And then for every individual, you can add $50, and then I have to give further either positive reinforcement or dehumanizing metaphors. And so far, on the Mary side, predictably, I have to be nice to Dermy now until after Christmas. And
it's weird. We were on Ball Busters, and he was being nice to Dermy the whole time, like, it's okay, buddy, my best friend, you're doing great. And it was weird.
And there's a penalty.
It's a little gay.
Yeah, well, listen, Dermy is my best friend. I have to speak positively about him. See, we're live here. I have to do it because they're all waiting to catch me. Because the penalty is, I have to, if I fail to either be mean or nice, we add an hour to the tab I owe for party animals, which is already 3.5 hours. So there's a real penalty because that game kills my soul. Jed understands that game kills my soul.
I hate that game. Fucking repetitive.
Yeah. For somebody who likes to be precise in his gaming, to play a game where you can't be precise, it destroys my being. So,
basically a drunk bar fight simulator.
Yeah. So anybody who decides to do a tip or a super chat on this stream or any other stream, this is what you're contributing to, and you must and let me know which tier you want it in. And if it's a multiple people delivering to the tier, then they get to hash it out in the chat who I'm mean or nice to. So the current tally is I have to be nice to my bestest friend ever, Dermy. And then, of course, I have to be mean to Weasel, who is a shaved furry who likes to dress up as other furries and watch Zootopia 2 over and over again. And Kratos, who has it in for me because of him, I have a strike on my channel. So there we are. That's what I have to do. So whenever I interact with people, that's what I have to do. So there you go, guys. That's the grift of the month right there. So before we get going, let's say
please don't make him be nice to me.
But you can reverse it. You could also reverse it. If somebody got to the $100 in negative tier, they could reverse it and make me be mean to my best buddy Dermy. They could reverse it.
Oh, that's what Algram just asked in the chat. Yeah, you can cancel the Dermy nice.
You could, if we got another, how much was it right now? If we got another $85 today on the Be a Grinch tier, because only $15 of that in there right now, it's a small bit, that would count. You could say, okay, don't be nice to Dermy, your bestest buddy in the world.
Now, would that go back to neutral and you just treat him how you normally would?
No.
Or would it flip
No,
all the way to
it's a complete flip. It's a complete
It's
flip.
a complete flip.
It's a complete flip. It's just a coin. There's two sides. I go one or the other way. And
you go both ways?
God damn it. Okay. Anyway, so there it is. And hail and howdy to the chat. We're happy to have you here with us. Hail to the mods, Legatus, Sir Algram, and Ruben X here to do the good work. Make sure that I do follow the rules. And at the same time, going on here, scrolling on down. Hail, son of Jazza, son of Joxer. And yeah, I mean, kind of proving it right. I guess Highlander TV show is better than the movie. Argument to be made there.
I do need to check it out.
Eventually. You got a lot on your watching plate right now, so you got a lot of stuff.
Oh, I was tearing through Star Trek last night. There were some great episodes right where I'm at.
I mean, we might talk about it later. I've been just tearing through animated series right now. I'm at the end of season 2, which I believe then leads me to Mask of the Phantasm, Dre. Mask of the Phantasm. Oh, yes. So I've been having this is what I'm watching all the time, along with other stuff I have to get ready for Anime Odyssey.
Fallout soon.
Fallout, yes. I will be reviewing Fallout. It's going to be a weekly drop, so I'll be reviewing Fallout in a couple weeks. I believe I have it here somewhere, the date. And
what do you think of Walter Goggins' comments about it? Have you seen those?
I have seen it, and I give him a pass because he's doing a good job on the show. He's actually he's doing a good job. He's really doing the character well, and while we want people to play it, he's not playing a character from the games.
That is helpful.
It's an original character.
Just his aggressive language towards it, as if the source material were a problem, is why I have a problem with the statement. If he's just like, it wouldn't help. No, he's not a gamer. He just was very much like, I have zero interest in it. Stop asking me. I will never play those games. Like, it was really aggressive.
He's been pestered a lot, probably, by people. So
True.
I'm going to give him a pass because he's doing good work he's the best thing on the show. He's the best thing on the show. So we'll give him a pass. Give him a pass. And so, hail and howdy, anybody else out there watching, not chatting, we are happy to have you here with us. Enjoy the rest of the show. Hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel. I'm one away from 4,100. I'm finally, I haven't lost anything for a couple of days. So let's keep that going. Let's make the channel about real videos and not shorts anymore. Let's do that. Goddamn shorts. Anyway, all right. So here we go. We've already laid out what we got for you today. So we're gonna launch right. We got a lot to cover. So we're gonna go right into it. The box office. We gotta cover some extra stuff, but we'll cover the newest stuff first. So, Jed, did you get a chance to see Five Nights at Freddy's 2 last night? Like you said, you might.
I haven't had a chance to see it yet.
Okay, but you liked the first movie.
I did. I liked it a lot. It felt like a breath of fresh air. It was very different than I expected, very different than most of what Hollywood gives us. And it had some great character work. Just got all the basic things right.
So we got the second one came out now. It's out. And it's doing well. It's doing well with its current competition. Only $51 million budget. Very light marketing. Just a couple of trailers, really. Mm-hmm. So
it's not doing quite as well as the first one, though. The first one was higher than this, but
it's going to make a profit. It'll get there. Its break even is really low.
Yeah, its break even is probably 150, 175. It'll hit that
with a little
next
marketing.
week, I think.
I'd say 175. It's its break even. So
175, I think, is fair. It depends on if it's released in all international markets.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely bigger in the United States with all the younger people. So the domestic
it's
looks like everywhere.
It's out everywhere. But it's. I think it'll do what it needs to do. It'll make a little bit of money. It's not supposed to be a home run. It's supposed to be fun for people. So I think it's going to do okay, even though apparently the critics are destroying it. They don't like it.
The critics hated the first one as well because it wasn't political. It wasn't breaking the mold. It was actually honoring the source material. It really has a ton of Easter eggs from the source material, which is impressive considering if you haven't played the Five Nights at Freddy's game, there's no story, especially in the first one. You're just sitting in a booth looking at cameras. So it's hard to extrapolate a plot from that. I think they did an excellent job doing that. I don't know how well the second one did, but yeah, the Rotten Tomato score from critics for the second movie is 13% last time I checked. They really despise this franchise and hate that audiences love it because everyone who goes to see it at least says, hey, it might not be for me, but it was a good time. It was fun. And that's what this franchise needs to offer, is just be a fun,
Yeah.
kind of light horror, kid-friendly horror film.
I agree. So we'll see how it does. And but that's just it. I just wanted to make sure we took a look at it. But now here we are, 3 weeks in for Wicked, not doing so good. Looks like
That drop off.
we might have been really wrong thinking that it would mirror the first one.
Is this week 2 or week 3?
Week 3.
Week 3, yeah.
week
It's
3.
not getting there then. Damn.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah,
73%
from week 2.
And it's
yeah.
losing theaters already.
Yeah.
We're probably looking at about a 600, 650 ceiling.
So with its budget at 150, it's about to break even. Now, I got that one. I said it would be in money making territory by second weekend. It wasn't. It's about to potentially break even, or is right now with marketing.
It had massive marketing.
Yeah.
It was huge.
So not the success we thought it was going to be. Fell off. In large
well, because people finally figured out how the story ended. Because I was saying this when the first movie came out. Everyone's like, you're just overreacting. But this story really desecrates the source material, especially the original movie, or the movie from the 40s. It really degrades those characters. And from all accounts, this movie goes even farther than the play did, making Dorothy laugh maniacally as an evil person in certain scenes, which is different how the play portrayed her. But the people who weren't familiar with the play are suddenly realizing, hey, this isn't meant to be a companion piece. It is meant to replace and show you how evil Dorothy and the wizard were the whole time. So I think that is having an impact. People finally realizing.
So the first one we made about 750. And I thought that was the base, but it might have been a lot of the normies. Therefore, this could be this missing $300 million. Now it's got at least another couple weeks left in its run. I'm sure it'll probably go through Christmas is my guess, but I don't think it's not gonna hit the levels of the first one. I don't. I think it's gonna average out. I think it's got maybe another 150 in it for the rest of its run. That's what I feel like. And
yep, I think that's fair. 600 is about where it's going to end up.
And that's a little profit. It's a little profit. It's not the profit they wanted, though, I'm sure. And there are rumors, just like we talk about this. Can they make another one? Yes. They are looking at extending this world into another movie.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda, or whatever his name is, he's going to be there. You got it right. Making all the music for it going forward, because Hollywood doesn't know any other composers for musicals except for him.
Yeah, and he's terrible at his job. So this was us catching up, but in large part, this had its massive drop off to what I got really wrong. When in a few weeks, when we go over what I did for my wins and L's for predictions, boy, I got Zootopia super wrong, didn't I? Really, really got this one wrong. It's on the doorstep of $1 billion after just a week. A week. Well, week and a half.
And it's all the international. I don't know why international audiences love it so much. Yeah. I figured it'd be more even split. I did think it was going to do fairly well.
Hey, 220 domestic, that's respectable. 220.
It's respectable. That's kind of what I was expecting. I don't know what the hell's going on internationally. I don't know if you can check that tab to see if it's the Chinese market.
Oh, it's the Chinese. 297 in China alone. That's a third.
Wow.
That's half. That's essentially half, or almost half of it.
I don't know why it appeals to the Chinese audience so much.
They want to eat
they have a
everything
bunch
on
of
the screen.
furries.
They want to eat everything on the screen.
It is pretty funny. Chinese theaters are actually allowing people to bring their pets in to watch the movie with them.
Oy.
And that's what all the jokes have been. It's like, pets? Don't you mean snacks?
But here it is. Are we surprised? I mean, overall,
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not surprised at all.
Okay.
Because, like, the whole first of all, furries sicken me. Let's get that part out of the way. Let's get that part there. There is a massive international audience for this type of film. And that's why, like, when it comes to, like, Disney animation, when it comes to these, which I now can, modern Disney legacy media, these Jones always eat. like they eat hard, and especially internationally, and they were able to nail the Chinese market, which is what they only thing they really needed. They needed the Chinese market to go and eat this up, and they loved it. Now, I haven't talked to any parents that have taken their kids to see it. I have no idea how this film goes. I'm pretty sure it's not the same as the first one, because the first one offended
You
me on
you
levels
have
beyond my understanding.
yeah, you broke down that first one to me, which left a sour taste in my mouth about
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
very
The first one was about racism. This one's actually about illegal immigration from Middle Easterners, because
Oh.
there are snakes in the city. Snakes apparently haven't been in Zootopia for years and years and years, and they're the boogeyman. And when one appears suddenly, they think he's going to be a terrorist.
Oh, the snakes are the Arabs.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. See, I but this is the thing. There's a market for that stuff internationally, because they eat this child animated stuff up. They love it. They love it. They can't get enough, which is why Disney keeps printing these things. Because yes, $220 million domestic is nothing to sneeze at. Make no
Yeah.
mistake about it. But at the same time, it's not 50-50. It's not
No,
even
it is not.
close.
No.
Not even
I mean,
50 close.
I mean, its budget is 150. Marketing,
it's in the money.
I mean, with the marketing, its break even was around between 450 with the marketing. So this thing's made money for Disney, but all it's doing is balancing the books for all the failures they've
it's
had
not going
this
to do
year.
anything for Disney. Disney's
Yeah.
finished. I don't care what this joint can make $80 billion, and that's still trying to cover their Fox bot.
Mhm.
Okay, so all right, so there is no money to be made. Like this is just a sinkhole. But
Yeah.
the fact that this movie is making $1 gajillion doesn't surprise me. Bad boy, don't touch daddy's knobs. There's daddy's knobs.
Just surprised me about the speed of it. Like 901 week is insane.
Yeah.
I figured it'd get to the billion at the end. I did think it was going to get to $1 billion at the end, but after a week and a half hitting $1 billion, that's absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's asinine, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's the only thing that's kind of surprising is how quickly it's making this kind of money. Because just look at international.
Mhm.
Usually, international for anything is a snail's crawl outside of an Avatar movie. It's a snail's crawl. So seeing this type of unspeakable amount of money so quickly is that's kind of mind blowing. The numbers themselves aren't, but the speed of it, that is something.
Do
to be
we
said.
think
And-
Avatar is going to compete with it a lot? Like,
I-
are their audiences
no.
similar enough that
I
it'll
think
decimate this?
Avatar is next week or the week after. 19th, right? Avatar's the 19th, I think.
Is
Yeah,
it?
I think you're
Okay.
right, 19. That
The
feels
19th?
right. I think it's before Christmas, whatever that weekend
Right before Christmas, so that it rolls into Christmas.
Right.
And
And
so
I just
that's
don't
why
know how
we
much
put international
crossover the
audience.
audience.
I think
Yeah.
this will be running out of steam by the time Avatar drops.
Sure, but they would
And-
made their money.
Oh, they made their money. Oh,
God.
yeah. So I think this ends up at anywhere between 1,215 at this pace. 1,215.
Yeah, 1.5 is absolutely on the table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. I have nothing else to.
And I look
back
like an
it
idiot.
up.
I look
to
like
what
an
they
idiot
want.
saying that this thing wasn't going to do well. I said all year, oh, who cares about Zootopia? Well, apparently people do, and I'm not tapped
Internationally,
into it.
they're dipping their toes all up in this dirty water.
Yeah.
So they're like, look.
So, are you going to
Yeah.
take Junior to see it, Dre?
Heck no, I'm not. Look. Me and my son are watching RoboCop later on.
Yes.
Oh hell yeah!
We got.
We need to
stuff
do that
We
movie for driving at some point.
Yeah,
I've never
that's
seen it.
that's on the redo list. It's on the redo
Yeah,
list. 'cause
we
of-
got
yeah.
real stuff to watch, like
Yeah.
Zootopia and its sequel. Like usually movies don't offend me, but the Zootopia franchise, that joint rubbed me the wrong way. That joint rubbed salt all up in my anal cavity. I will not be giving this joint 1 red cent of my money, not 1 red cent. I don't. It didn't. It's bizarre. I've seen plenty of race baited films and all that other stuff like that, but this one, I think because I lived it, it kind of
Yeah.
hit me differently.
Yeah.
I lived it, and it hit me differently. And to see that you still perpetrate that type of ideology in the quote unquote modern day, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Mhm.
And the whole even like, oh, in the end everybody works together. Nah, bro, that's not the lesson I walked away from, and that's what I'm saying. I can't take my kid to go see a movie like that. Me
Mhm.
personally, I can't, because like it falls in the same category of race bait garbage, in my opinion. All those, like, a lot of black people get mad at me about it. Like, look, I hate The Color Purple, I hate Roots, I hate all them Jones that's slave based, all that crap. I hate all those movies. 13 Years a Slave. Did you see 13 Years a Slave? No. Why the heck would I sit there for 2.5 hours watching a nigga get beat? I'm not interested in seeing that. That's like why would I do that? And I think that this franchise falls in that same category, and I just like it just irks my nerves. So I'm congratulations to the Zootopia people. They worked hard. I know, and shout out to the animators. Shouts to them. Shouts to them. They work hard, and they're reaping their rewards.
Yeah.
Zootopia making all the money, all the millions and billions, and good for them. But this
And a
franchise,
third one is guaranteed
not
now.
for me.
A third one
Oh,
is guaranteed.
absolutely. I think it was
Oh,
already
absolutely.
confirmed, but
Yeah.
now, absolutely.
Third
For
one is
this type of
guaranteed.
numbers, absolutely. There's no way that they're not
And-
going to
and-
poop out another one.
Now, just like Avatar, I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah,
Don't
like
underestimate them.
these type of like the Disney / Pixar, those animated cartoon joints. For me, they are in the same Avatar category. They're in a league of their own. The money's going to pour out of this from crevices that we can't comprehend, and it is going to make more money than Jesus. So
Yeah.
good for them. Congratulations to Disney and Zootopia animators, because I will not thank those writers. Screw y'all. I don't care about y'all at all.
Yeah.
But good for them.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to lose any profit being made with that new Hoppers movie coming out next year. Do you guys know about that?
Oh yeah, we've covered that. I reacted to that trailer. They made me react to that trailer on
Did they?
WB.
Oh,
yeah.
God. That movie looks terrible.
So,
and
yeah.
it's going to be sexual. You know it is. Just
Oh.
like that Red Panda movie.
Oh, here's the thing. I mean, I looked at it and I had a comment because the opening scene where they look at the classroom, I just said, "Oh, there's all your DEI." Somebody says in a comment, "You don't know the definition of DEI." And I said, "Yes, I do, because they use DEI principles to make the entire classroom so diverse." So that whole thing is that is a disgusting looking movie, and it makes no sense.
And it cost $200 million.
Yeah.
They spend
Yeah.
too much money on this shit, man.
Yeah. But it's yeah. Disney looks like they win, but they still always lose. Is the bottom line. It's they will still always
Just
lose
like
that
Lilo and Stitch. Same
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, just like Lilo and Stitch. I want to do this one real quick. I've done it on every stream for the past couple of days, but again, different stream, different collection of people. I want to make sure that we all, for a moment, just take a moment to pay respects to the late great Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa, who passed away a couple days ago in Santa Barbara from a stroke. This dude, he's Shang Tsung. This was a journeyman actor in tons of movies. You know him, you love him. He always gave 100% in any role. Didn't matter if it was goofy, silly, dramatic, and he could do his own action choreography. Didn't require a stunt double. This dude was one of the GOATs. So I just want to remind everybody, give a good RIP and best wishes, best thoughts to his family. He will be missed. He was an icon in a certain level of movies and stuff like that. This dude was great. I love him. I'm gonna miss him. A lot of great movies. So just want to remind everybody, good RIP to Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa. Okay, just wanted to get that one in there real quick. All right, where do we go next? What should I do next? What were our warm-ups?
We can do Doctor Who.
Let's do that one, and I'll grab another one. So walk us into that one. Since Jen and I, tomorrow night, Doctor Who Cares Reviews returns with the war between the land and sea. The literal squeeze out droplet last bit of shit from the Disney Doctor Who collaboration.
And Disney refuses to take part in it any longer. It won't even air on Disney Plus at least until sometime next year.
Yeah.
A show that they paid for that reportedly costs as much, if not more, than Shudigawa Doctor Who, is they filmed around the world. It wasn't filmed in the UK like Doctor Who was. So it's immensely expensive, and they're just saying, screw it, we don't want it anymore for what they already paid for. It's not a great situation. Are you wanting to watch the Ricky Gervais thing?
Bring it up. Yeah, bring it up.
Perfect. So, for those of you who don't know, Ricky Gervais is a stand-up comedian. He's got a new special coming out at the end of this month on Netflix, and I watched his previous ones. They're fantastic. That's the type of humor that I really enjoy. And he's announcing that he just did the recording of it, and he was just thanking everyone who bought tickets and everything like that. But he has a comment about Doctor Who in this little video. We'll just show the first part of it. That there's some disagreement on whether or not he's being pro current Doctor Who or anti Doctor Who. So I want to see what both of you think.
I haven't seen this.
Adam has the context of Doctor Who, but even without the context, I think Dre will be able to have an opinion on whether or not it's a pro or anti statement. I'm pulling it up right now.
Hello, Ricky Gervais here. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who bought a ticket to my mortality tour and everyone who tried. It's probably my favourite tour so far. The special drops on Netflix on the 30th of December. So if you like the show, or if you like my previous shows, then you're gonna love the special. It's more me than ever. If you didn't like my previous shows, you'll hate it. You'll hate it more than... Don't watch it. It'll make you sad and angry. Don't even watch the trailers, because they'll make you... Oh, and you'll post something about them. Oh, there's some... No one will care, and that'll make you sadder and angrier. Watch something you do like and talk to your little friends. Doctor Who. You'll love that. Watch Doctor Who. Thanks to everyone who subscribed.
That was it.
No, that's a slam. That's a slam. He is, to me, I see, if you don't like my stuff, you like current day Doctor Who. That's what I see in that. That's what I see.
Yeah, I agree.
That was my interpretation. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely slamming Doctor Who, for sure. Especially him being in the UK, having that type of grounding, and that would make a lot of sense for it to be slammed because it's hot, steamy garbage. Yeah, I agree. Trash.
So unfortunately, there were people who were watching this and be like, "Yeah, he's a Shooty fan. We knew it. He'll help fund the new season. He'll get Shooty back on the air," and being really excited about it. But a lot of us, and even people in the anti-Doctor Who sphere, are like, "This is disappointing. I like Ricky Gervais. Why would he say good things about Doctor Who?" It's like, do you not understand what he was setting up there? It's like, if you don't like my special, you can go, instead of going to cry and talking on Twitter that nobody will care about, go watch something you will like this other garbage.
It's a subtle dig. The art of subtlety is lost on most people. Let's be honest. Most people do not get subtle humor. Especially, that's dry humor right there. He's being very dry. He's not trying to be over dramatic or catchy or witty. It's just, I'm gonna get you this little bit away. And if you're smart, you understand it. That one thing about Ricky Gervais, he can still do smart comedy. It's still intelligent comedy. So yeah, that's a dig. That's totally a dig. Is there any more, or is that it?
That was it. He just goes on to talk about more about the show and the other things he's doing. But yeah, it was virtually one or two lines, and people ran with it. The comments are full of people disagreeing whether or not it's pro or anti. I think it's very clearly anti. And just a side joke. Like, it doesn't mean anything. I just thought it was funny.
Sorry,
seems like most of the chat is agreeing with this.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still being sicky. Give me a second here. Anyway, yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, Ricky Gervais shitting on Doctor Who, which we will do tomorrow night. We're thinking 11:30 p.m. because we're trying to give my best buddy Dermy a chance to join us, because his work hours are garbage and he does the best he can. And last night, I think after he was done watching the Streamer Awards and he felt so disgusted with himself and that he said, I might as well just cause myself more pain and watch the war between land and sea. So Doctor Who Cares Reviews is back for the month every Monday night until the end of December, because they're dropping 2 episodes a night for 4 weeks. And then we'll be on another break until whatever the hell the Christmas special is next year, because that's how long it's going to be. Look, the look on your face just now when I said that, the complete and total disgust.
I'm just glad there's no Christmas special this year. That means all the Doctor Who Christmas specials I'm going to watch are the good ones. I always try to marathon them, but A Christmas Carol with Matt Smith just puts me in the right mood for the season.
And you
Anything
can
new
watch
that came out wouldn't do that.
You can go back in the playlist timeline and watch Jed and I discuss that one on drive-in. Okay, so here's my other warm-up. I've chosen God of War TV show has begun pre-production and casting, along with Ron D. Moore, who, while knows how to make television, has made the massive mistake of going with the Norse saga rather than starting with the Greek. They've brought in Emmy-winning director Frederick E. O. Toye, who did Shogun and The Boys. Well, I haven't watched any of that, so I don't know how good or bad he is, to direct the first 2 episodes. Pre-production is underway in Vancouver, and casting has begun. It's got a 2-season order, so that'll probably cover all of it, is my guess. And
I really hope they're going to take it slow and do multiple seasons. Like, best case scenario with it being the Norse, best case scenario. It's still not great, but they're doing like half of the first 2018 Norse game included with a ton of flashbacks to the Greek era. There are rumors of flashbacks. If they balance that out, and that'll make it'll had the runtime, it'll make it have to be several more seasons. So I'm hoping that's what they're doing, is saying, hey, we ordered 2 seasons to cover the 2018 game, and then we'll deal with Ragnarok later. But if they're saying that they're going to do 2018 one season and Ragnarok another season, where do you go from there? They want these shows to have longevity. What's the point of doing a TV show if you're dedicated to having 2 seasons? It's not a miniseries.
And there is the problem of Atreus. There's a definite puberty gap between God of War and Ragnarok. There's a puberty gap. So you either get a kid who's gonna on the verge, or you recast when you tell Ragnarok's storyline. It's difficult, and this could either be
this
really
is
awesome.
Amazon. It's going to take several years between seasons. It's not quite as bad as Netflix, but yeah, we're going to get this season. I'd say in 2027 is probably what we're going to see for season 1, and then 2030 for season 2. So by that point, a lot of an 11-year-old will.
Good point.
Good point. Puberty.
And
to answer Frank in the chat, so I'm hoping that it's going to be good. I don't believe it's going to be good, but if they do what I'm saying and split it with a bunch of flashbacks, that has potential to be good. If they don't do that, then you're losing out on all the emotional impact of that game, and it's guaranteed to not be good.
The potential all lies within the fact that Ron D. Moore is show running this, because he may not know the source material, but he knows how to make television. Now, has he always made good television? No, but he did make Star Trek. A lot of people put Battlestar Galactica reboot on the shelf too. So
but he's never really made a show like this. This is high fantasy. This is masculine. And I know we criticize him a ton on this channel on our individual shows as well. But I think Zack Snyder partnered with a competent writer, he shouldn't touch the script, would be a great combination. He has the directorial style to show the balls to the wall testosterone epic action that God of War requires. I don't know if Ron D. Moore can, just because he doesn't have the experience in those areas.
It's a wait and see. I of course hope for the best, but don't believe we're gonna get. I don't believe the show is going to leave us happy in the end. I really don't. I do not, because let's be honest. When you play God of War 2018 and you play Ragnarok, you're playing a movie. You are playing the story. We've already seen this story.
What could they possibly add to it?
I mean, and because the game is designed the way it is with the graphics and that, it's the hyper realism graphics. I don't need anything. I really don't need anything else. I don't. So, what is the point of this? I believe we've asked this question when stories come up before. What is the point of doing a God of War TV show when the game has done it to perfection? How can you do better than the game in showing these events and stories and having the brilliant talent of Chris Judge as Kratos?
I think the answer is twofold. There's the obvious one, which is money. They're hoping to take advantage of the people who love this franchise and these stories. So, of course, there's the greed aspect. But unfortunately, in Hollywood and in a lot of the normie spheres as general, a story isn't legitimate until it's a movie or a TV show.
You
They
are
don't believe
correct.
animation is live action
Yeah.
lends legitimacy to an IP in a lot of people's
You are
minds.
very true, dude. That
And-
is. I forget that.
And it sucks because there's so much legitimacy in animated projects, in video games that outsiders are never going to accept, and Hollywood sure isn't going to accept. It's almost as if it's not quite real until it's done. And the same thing with the live action How to Train Your Dragon movies. They were talking about that stuff. Is we're finally going to be the definitive version. We're getting to the real thing now. That's what they talked about. It's always the real thing is the live action, and the other things are periphery side contact. No matter what came first, the live action is the real thing. Everything else is secondary. And I think that's awful. That's a terrible perspective because you're missing out on so many fantastic stories. Yeah. And with a lot of them, you're losing what made them special. A lot of the hyper-realism in animated projects are what make those products work. When you switch them to a live-action story, you lose that charm. Same thing with video games. The interactivity of the story is a central component into what makes it so enjoyable. And in the animation style and art style can also have an impact on that. And when you make it live action, you're handicapping yourself. That's why I'm a big proponent of video games being one of the best storytelling mediums out there, because you've got your top of the line graphics, you've got your good writing when it's available, and the interactivity part of it brings you into the world and immerses you into the story in a way that a movie and TV show just can't do. So that's why I hold up a video game. And of course, you argue for books because it's the limit is your own imagination, which is a great argument as well. But yeah, people need to stop this. It's not pride or ego or anything like that, but it's the superiority of live action needs to die. Back in the day, it made sense when animation had limitations, when video games had a lot of limitations, like in the 80s or 90s, whatnot. But we don't live that era anymore.
I agree.
We need to stop acting like live action is the superior medium.
I agree. I agree that when you ignore the fan base that makes some of these popular, and a lot of these get popular because of animation or video games. Let's be honest. How many times have we said gaming industry is the most powerful, lucrative industry in the world right now? And they want to tell us that whatever they come up with here will be more definitive than the games that made hundreds of millions of dollars for their companies and please fans around the world. We supposed to believe that? No, I don't. And unfortunately, I think everything you just said is very true. There is that stigma of, well, unless it's in a movie or a TV show, it's not real. You children with your animation and your gaming. No. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. For just to surround, to me, the Paul Dini Bruce Timm verse, this is the best adaptation of a continuing story for the DCU superheroes outside of comics that we've ever gotten. Because it's cohesive, it runs together, it builds itself larger and larger, and improves with every story told.
And it's made by fans. That makes a massive difference.
Yeah, and we love this stuff, and I have very little doubt that this God of War live action will reach the heights of 2018 and Ragnarok, for the simple fact that what new story can you tell? It's just because it's a linear story in the games. It's not a choices matter game. You don't make any choices. You are following Kratos as he goes through this and Atreus as he goes through that. We all know how this ends. We all know the surprises. I know the twists. I was very unfortunate, and spoilers for Ragnarok right now, because some jerk came in my chat when I had just started Ragnarok and yelled and said that Tyr is Odin. I got spoiled.
What a dick.
I got spoiled early on. And the whole time I'm watching, realizing, is it him? Is it not? And of course, it turned out to be him. So everybody knows at this point what the twists and turns are. There's no surprises. And of course, due to Ragnarok and to an extent 2018, certain people, if they're not there, Why aren't they? I mean, very, very. You can't bring Chris Judge because he was just a voice. He wasn't actually the design of Kratos. And Chris Judge is aged out of doing roles like this now. He can't.
Yeah,
do
he
it
doesn't
anymore.
have the physicality anymore.
Yeah,
10, 15 years ago, he would have been perfect.
Yeah, slap the ashy white paint on him, make the stripe, and we are like, hell fucking yeah, Chris Judge, go kick some ass. Because he proved through SG1 that Teal'c he could do action set pieces. Perfectly capable. But now Chris Judge won't do it. We have no interest. But I forget the name of the actor who played Odin. That was a 1-for-1 of what he looks like. If you are not bringing him on to be Odin, you have screwed up. Because he gave a good performance, and that was him. His body, his mannerisms, his face, his voice, everything. That was him, just with the CGI eye patch on the character. So this series has a very high bar to reach, and I do not think it's going to do it.
That's why I have the most hope for, depending on who the creators are involved, of course, and what studio, but the most hope for adaptations that are creating standalone products in the universe. Like the Legend of Zelda movie. I know I have issues with it. I didn't love those pictures like a lot of other people did, but the idea that they're just picking a point in the timeline, the regeneration or the reincarnation cycle, doing their own story. Same thing with Mass Effect is they're like, hey, Shepard's story is Shepard's story. We don't want to touch that. Let's go do something else in this rich world.
It gives it a chance.
It gives it a chance, absolutely. With God of War, they don't really have those options. I can't imagine any spin-off that would work, unlike those other great stories. So, yeah, the only ones I have any hope for are ones that respect the source material enough to say, we can't add anything to this, but we can explore this world in other areas that those original stories didn't.
And we know they'll be happy to make Angrboda black again. They'll be good and happy to do that. Okay, that was more of a good warm-up than I thought we'd get. Wow. But all right, let's get to the meat. Earlier in the week, I thought the story was going to go on a little bit longer. Paramount's bitching and moaning. Paramount is still not bitching and moaning, but for different reasons. But I said at one point, can this just end now? I'm ready for this to be over. And lo and behold, Netflix won the war, the battle, the bid, the sweepstakes to purchase Warner Brothers, not Warner Discovery, Warner Brothers, for a whopping Disney, hold my beer, with your $72 billion purchase of 20th Century Fox, $82.7 billion with a kicker. And I think this is one of the kickers. I think this is one of the reasons that Warner Brothers went for it. And I'll kick it off with this, and then we're going to break this down bit by bit, because it's a lot of layers to it now. It's developed over the past 72 hours. It says it right here. If anything stops this deal, Warner Brothers, no matter what, gets $5.8 billion. Warner Brothers, not Warner Discovery, because what some people are failing to understand is that, according to the reports now, as this stuff has been rolling out over the past couple of days, since the beginning of the year, Warner, like many other companies we've reported on, were going to split themselves yet again from the original merger of Warner Discovery to shuffle debt around. And they were going to split Warner Brothers Discovery into Warner Brothers Studios once more to house Warner Studio, Gaming Animation, and HBO Max into its own company again, and push off Discovery Global to cover all the terrestrial stuff, including CNN. So this is a deal where Netflix is just buying Warner Brothers, and the move to separate the two entities, Warner Brothers and Discovery Global, that's still happening. That is still happening. That was going to keep happening. They're moving that anyway. So there's a lot to moving around this on. So what happened is now Netflix got it. They by a reported slight margin larger than Paramount Skydance for the shares. And now they have an exclusive bargaining deal with Warner Brothers that will now likely go on for another 12 to 18 months as they finish the contract, and then the bureaucratic governmental regulation system, both here in America and around the world, because of these companies that are worldwide. A lot of red tape and a lot of hoops need to be jumped through for this to be approved by. And we can know now that there's a lot of negativity towards this from, we'll just say, government entities. Aside from us, we'll get to the normal people, the people who are reacting to this in a minute. But on paper, how do we feel about this on paper?
This is the worst case scenario of potential buyers, in my opinion. I mean, there are worse buyers that could have come out of the woodwork, like Disney coming in and do this would have been awful. But of the 4 that we knew were interested, these were the last people I wanted to be involved. I am actually a little bit happy that they didn't go for the Discovery part of the pie as well. And it makes sense why they wouldn't. Netflix doesn't want any terrestrial television. They're actually actively trying to kill terrestrial television. So what, were they going to spend another $20 billion or how much that is worth just to kill it, to force more people to go over to Netflix? That's not a great investment. So it makes sense to me why they split that off. And I don't know if you've noticed, CNN is actually crying that they're the real victims of this deal. Yeah. There's some definite crying going on there. We're so far away from this impacting anything, though, that a lot of people aren't focusing on that. Like, there are many people who are saying that DC is still good, so that means Netflix is going to keep everything the same just because the next year DC's not going to change or however long. These deals take time. Just like you said, 18 months just for the deal to finalize, and then the merger to happen, and then different executive decisions to be made, content decisions to be made. We're not going to see massive change at Warner Brothers probably until the end of this decade into 2030, just like we saw with 20th Century Fox. Is at most we saw some things pause there after the first couple of years, and it's only now that we're starting to see Disney's influence over the last 2-3 years over there. So a lot of people are overreacting to the situation, just like you said, on both sides.
There's a lot of cope
freaking out. There's so much cope.
We'll get into the weeds on this in a minute on why the cope is there. So,
but yeah, I was hoping the Saudis would get it before Netflix.
We were wrong. All 3 of us were wrong. We got this one wrong. All 3 of us got this one wrong, right, Trey? We thought it was gonna be the Arab money.
I wanted the Arab money so badly I could taste it. Like when this came across my desk, I had to do everything in my power to make time to make a video on it. Yeah. I'm like, let me put Fat Boy in the corner.
Exactly.
I got to say something, because this was the worst case scenario. 110% unequivocal. Yes, I mean, I don't think Disney ain't got no money, so let's get that out the way.
They were never any sort of player on this. Never.
No way. They owe everybody. Disney owes me money. They can't afford to buy anybody. So Warner Bros. Being bought by Netflix is literally the worst case scenario. And I'm glad you brought it out, Adam, because I didn't mention it in my video, but I had saw it before. They're just buying Warner Brothers. They don't want nothing to do with Discovery, and nor should they. Screw it. But this is the worst case scenario for content. I try my best to look at something positive. James Gunn might be being thrown out into the streets. That might be.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah. I know what I'm talking about, but there was one part that I had a big issue with when I was going through the article, and actually you brought the same one that I was talking about, the Hollywood Reporter one, when they're saying that they're going to maintain current operations. That's a filthy barbarian lie, if I ever heard.
Well, we're going to get to that.
It's true for a little
right
bit,
over here,
just during the merger, but in the end, it's not going to.
All right.
And
so
before we move on from the deal itself, I don't know what you guys think, but I think the main thing Netflix wanted out of this deal was HBO Max.
They want the catalog. I think they want the catalog.
They want the catalog, and they want to Murder in the Night their best competition. Because I think we can all agree HBO Max is second only to Netflix.
I agree.
With it breaks even.
It's consistent.
They're consistent. They've got high television quality. As much as I have a problem with a lot of the HBO shows like The Last of Us and whatnot, they know how to make TV. They've been doing it for decades, so their TV is a lot higher produced than things at Netflix and whatnot. So yeah, they're killing their competition, their best competition, and getting that massive film catalog. Getting Warner Brothers, the production studio, was secondary in my opinion.
Because you bring up that point. Netflix, we always say something's been Netflix. It's either going to be really good or really shit. It's one or the other. There's no in between. It's either good or total shit. And it involves race swaps. It involves pruning. It involves all the things we hate. By Netflix getting HBO Max, they get all those people that know how to make television, like Jed just said. You now giving them, because these people aren't going to, if they survive the merging, they're not going to walk away from the Netflix paycheck to keep making TV. And it all depends if Netflix will let them do their job still when they make this television. That's a story for down the road. But
Yeah, that's
here we
years
are.
and years away. But Frank answering the chat, George R. R. Martin shows are still going to come out. Maybe
We're
not in the
gonna get
same
into
way
this.
that they're currently, but
Yeah.
things will evolve. But they're not going to let that IP sit.
So this is the initial announcement article. This is the first one we got. In the past couple of days, there's other stuff. Right here, here is now the breakdown. Why did they choose Netflix? It isn't here, but I think it should be included, as I said, that 5.8 billion payday, if it breaks down, that goes only to Warner Brothers, not to Discovery Global. So
And they need it right now just to deal with all their debt.
That would be a massive boon. And it would still set the stage for yet another takeover because it would make them look even better. Either way, so there's that. Unmatched global distribution. Netflix can deliver Warner Brothers content to more countries, more households than any platform in existence. True. Netflix won the stream wars. They have the reach.
Well, and HBO Max isn't available everywhere right now. Like, I don't know if Dragon Lady can confirm this. I don't think HBO Max is available there yet. Or if it is, it's only in the last year or something.
It's not, we don't have it in the UK. I've looked and they don't.
You guys get all those shows on Sky or something like that, I believe?
Yeah, we usually get them on Sky, and I think there's another channel, I can't remember for the life of me which it is, that gets some of the Warner Bros. Stuff.
So, yeah, that would be beneficial to Warner Brothers getting the worldwide distribution.
Reach is a big deal. Netflix has the most reach. Minimal overlap. Claim that Warner Brothers remains one of the world's most prolific creators of scripted entertainment, while Netflix is the largest global distributor with the strongest streaming technology. IP potential. And this is what I said, and we sort of all would say the same thing. Netflix gets their hands on all these successful shows that are running on HBO Max, but they get the catalog. They get Lord of the Rings. They get DC. They get the Harry Potter show that's now being made again. They get the Game of Thrones stuff. And they get 100 years worth of Warner Brothers movies and television that now go exclusively to Netflix. Jed, they don't have to license it from anybody.
No, that'll save them so much money. Because up to this point, most of what Netflix owns are their originals. Besides that, they have to pay licensing fees to everyone. If they're getting one of, I don't know, top 3, top 4 studios in the world and all of its catalog for free, that greatly diminishes their operating costs. So the overall number is ridiculous at 83 billion.
Yeah.
But they are buying value for Netflix. It is lowering some expenses at the cost of making one massive expense with all the debt and investors involved. So not a great financial decision, but at least I can see why, like, their thought process.
Dude, they get Looney Tunes. They get all that stuff, everything. You realize everything they get. If they want it, they get this. They can put the entire Paul Dini, Bruce Timm verse. Because in front of every one of these shows, the Warner Brothers Shield, dun 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 dun. They get all that stuff, and it's exclusively on Netflix.
The biggest one, though.
Netflix. Oh, I was gonna say Netflix in the UK does actually have a lot of the Warner Bros. Stuff on it at the moment because it's got all the Harry Potter films on it. It's got Batman.
That's licensed though. That's licensed.
Yeah,
they still have to pay for that.
Now they don't pay for anything. Anything that's on there, you see now. Warner Brothers, Netflix has had a previous deal where they paid out from when if this completes from that point forward. Everything on there, that catalog, it's all on there forever at no cost to them. So that is Warner Brothers. Over 100 years of existence, movies, TV, animation. That's a lot of content. That's a big deal.
The IP that not a lot of people are talking about, one of the highest watched rewatched shows in all of streaming is Friends. Friends is constantly being rewatched by everyone. Whether or not you like Friends, it and The Office are just on repeat in so many households year in, year out. They're often showing up in the Nelsons still, competing with current day shows with how many people are streaming them. So if they get their hands on Friends, that is a massive rewatchable show that they get for free. They used to have it back in the day, but they paid for it, just like you were saying.
Yeah.
Now, if they get Friends for free, if they ever get The Office back again, they corner the market on rewatchable shows.
Yeah, Friends is on the is on Netflix in the UK. So is The Office, but it's the US version. I think that's on the UK one, which doesn't make any sense. But
Now, here's the next part of this, though. Commitment to theatrical windows. And already there's a story running out there where the Netflix CEO has basically said, oh no, we want to make theatrical windows the friendliest, most compatible we can for the consumer, which that means we're going to shorten it even more. The 45-day window may just be a 14-day window.
45 days is already too short, but yeah, it's going to be in less theaters like all the Netflix stuff. It's going to be in there for shorter. I think the CEO is nodding at the fact that people want it in theaters, so he's putting it there for a little bit, but he's doing his best to decentivize it. Like he's been argued with for years to do this. He's finally putting some things in theaters like Frankenstein, and I think Wake Up Dead Man is going to be in as well. But he's been asked this for years. This is what people want, and so he's paying lip service to it, but is going to make it so difficult for people to watch it that they're still going to end up watching on Netflix the same day. No additional.
I mean, here's the thing, and I asked this question earlier in the week, and I got answers that I didn't expect. Stranger Things season 5 is destroying the charts right now on Netflix, making big waves. I tried to limit my conversation on it because I'm not into Stranger Things, therefore I don't have a grasp of it. But I asked a question earlier this week: who's going to go see this in the movie when they can watch it at home? The finale, and the finale is sold out everywhere in theaters. It is sold out.
It's partially because it's in so few theaters, but yeah, with it being 2 hours long, with it being this massive franchise, I'm not surprised that it's sold out. I wish it was in more theaters. I don't think there's anything near me that's going to be playing it. But like Volume 1 got something ridiculous like 56 million views.
50, I think it's 59. No, 59.
59, which is absolutely insane. Of course, that's all the episodes combined, but that's better than most other streaming. It's one of the highest streamed releases in history. So I hope it does well in theater, because that's the thing with all these Netflix releases and Frankenstein coming out. I hope these theatrical runs do well enough to convince the CEO.
No, Knives Out can go suck a dick.
True, but I hope these releases do well enough that the Netflix CEO realizes, fine, I have to do what everyone wants me to do and release them in theaters consistently in enough theaters, and realize that that's a great way to make money. Because he was specifically asked, hey, how do you feel about people saying that you're destroying cinemas and the movie-going experience? His answer was, we're actually saving cinema. We're actually saving Hollywood because no one wants to go out. Everyone wants to stay home. So we're the only thing keeping Hollywood propped up.
I want to stay home. I don't want to.
But he's in the best position to fix the problems with the movie-going experience. If he controls Warner Brothers, like we said, that's one of the biggest studios in the world. Top 4, I'd say, at least, if not even top 3. So he'd be in a position to leverage theaters to start giving people what they want. We need cheaper prices. And they're always going like, hey, we've got this new Fandangle type of cinema equipment that'll make it 0.00% one clearer picture. Doesn't everyone want to pay extra for that? No. The quality of the picture is fine. No, very few people are going to pay extra for something so small. The priorities are all out of whack. Arcades aren't going to change anything.
No.
You just need to discount the prices, make it clean. We want clean theaters. You don't need to spend money to renovate it. Just keep it clean.
Yeah.
That's too high an order.
And that's the biggest fear in the end, that they are going to destroy theaters. And I think Netflix doesn't give a shit about theatrical releases. That's my belief. I don't think they give a shit. I think they are going to do whatever they want to try and consolidate the home viewing experience. I think this is where I come back to the point of an earlier statement in previous discussions, where they were the only corpo that didn't have a studio, and now they have a studio. Now every one of the big corpos has a studio. Comcast has Universal. Well, Disney's was already a studio, but they absorbed Fox. Amazon took MGM, and now Skydance took Paramount. That's it. There's nothing left. And some people are claiming that with this right here, with the HBO Max stuff, that Netflix is now a streaming monopoly. Everybody's a monopoly. Why are we only suddenly crying because Netflix is perceived as being the monopoly on streaming? They were all monopolies.
The only reason that anybody's complaining about it as the monopoly is because Netflix has been winning for a decade.
True.
That's why they're saying it's a monopoly, because they're the only one that has done streaming right. They made umpteen billions on DVD rents and then decided to start creating garbage content. But by that time, they already had trillions.
And a better interface.
Yep. And
yeah, their UI is. I mean, they ruined it. I don't know if you guys saw the update from like 2 months ago. It's a downgrade, but yeah, they're still far and away the best UI.
Yeah,
definitely.
And if they were smart, instead they're claiming you'll still have HBO Max and you'll get integrated into Netflix. Jed, you believe that they're eventually going to phase HBO Max out?
100%.
I do. I 100% believe it. It's going to take a few years, but it'll be a faster transition than what we're seeing with Disney Plus and Hulu, because Disney had to piecemeal their rights to get control of more and more of Hulu. But Hulu's going to be dead in the next 2 years, I think. It's going to fully become Disney Plus. And Netflix, why would they want their competition to stay alive? That's the thing. Netflix isn't a subsidiary of a bigger company. It's not like Disney owning a bunch of different studios, owning Lucasfilm, owning Pixar, and able to operate them all independently. And if they compete with each other like Star Wars versus Marvel at the theaters, it's not as big of a deal. But Netflix is the streaming service.
Yeah.
So they're buying their own competition to let it steal people over from Netflix. It's going to slowly shift.
Excellent point, because HBO Max is not Warner Brothers Studios. It's HBO Max. It's not a studio in itself. It's just a streaming service that makes use of Warner Brothers facilities.
It's a catalog.
It's catalog. And you're not, and as we're going to get into now, there's other stuff in here. What's going on? What we have here is the roadmap for the next 12 to 18 months. Something that a lot of people are either glossing over or getting wrong as we get into more of these conversations, because if you stick with us a little bit, we're going to talk the DCU. We cannot not talk about the
central
DCU.
Topic about this merger.
All of this, yes. So we already talked about they get the $5.8 billion breakup fee if anything falls through, which I think was the sealed deal for this thing. Until the approval of the world governments goes through, till the regulations are appeased and all that kind of stuff, here is how everything's going to work. Warner Brothers Discovery and Netflix must operate as completely separate companies. Employees must avoid discussing strategy with Netflix personnel. No public statements, social media posts, or commentary may occur without legal approval. All business units, here's the most important one. All business units must continue operating as usual, which leads into this, which means for all employees, that includes presidents, studio heads, CEOs, CFOs, CCOs, DDPs, whatevers. No immediate job changes, no reporting line adjustments, no alteration to compensation or benefits, and I don't know if it's listed here, but no change to any release schedules. Netflix has said, Warner Brothers has said, everything that's currently in production and being made and ready to come out, it's all happening, which shows we had our predictions if things went down. Will certain things get canned? No, if it's coming out within the next 12 to 18 months, it's going to happen, which now leads us to the DCU stuff. David Zaslav on James Gunn and Peter Safran running DC after Netflix Warner Brothers merger. Works of James and Peter through their creative vision. It's compelling and a great economic return. Bullshit. There's no storytelling content that we have that provides a bigger palette than DC. And there's nobody around right now who can tell these stories with the same imagination and excitement. To which, of course, all the morons are saying James Gunn is here to stay. No.
Do these people not understand corpo speak?
Yeah.
They don't understand anything about this merger. They literally believe, since James Gunn wasn't fired the moment this deal came out, that he will be in charge of DC forever. Like, they think that's evidence that, oh, Netflix loves him, so nothing's going to change. We're the real fan. Like, what we love is here to stay. It's moronic.
They forgot about what happened when Disney bought Fox about a decade ago. They forgot about that. Obviously.
It's the exact same principle. Thank you, Dragon Lady. You actually beat me to the punch. It's the exact same
Sorry.
principle. When a merger happens, I've been a part of a couple of them in my careers. When a merger happens, you have to maintain the status quo of the studio or whatever it is that you're buying, or it would become a collapse. Having something being taken out from under them, including the employees, including the headship, including the structure, it would destroy the company before it even gets started to become something new. You have to maintain the structure. Now, having said that, there are loopholes to this as well. When it comes to things in production, post-production that could come out, blah, 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 that on the books, you can say, yes, we haven't canceled them because of said merger. But you can already have those individuals that you want be taking over. Let's say Superman movie's coming out in 2027, right?
Yeah.
I'm already put in play today who I want to be in charge during that time period when that release is supposed to happen, and let everything go according to whatever the plan was, blah, 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 blah. And then we can push back the film as many times as we want because we can't cancel it because of the new arrangement. However, if I continue to push it back or say that it's being delayed indefinitely or whatever the case may be, by the time when it's supposed to have its release, I can have my people in charge. And once I have my people in charge, I can burn that mug to the ground, which is precisely what's going to happen. And I think at a very rapid pace, because I like I said before, what was it, 2 weeks ago, right when I saw that the Green Lantern's jaunt was being postponed, put back, delayed, blah, 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 the handwriting was on the wall, Nebuchadnezzar style. Okay, it was already there. The powers that be already know what was going down, and they wanted to make sure that they're not spending money that they ain't got. And it's over already. It's already over. Yes, corporation-wise and legally, yes, they cannot say, "Oh, all this stuff is canceled." Yada 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 yada. But the rollout's already begun before this deal even went through. That's why Warner Brothers rolled those old panties down and took that money, because they already had it. It's already set in stone. So Zaslav is doing the corpo speak, and as he should. Yeah. But this stuff is a wrap. And the people that think, oh, James Gunn is going to survive this, you're insane. You're an insane person. That's not how that works. That's not how corporate takeovers work. Yeah. That's not how any of that works.
And we're going to get into that in a moment when we switch off of the deal to really talking DC. But we will say this: Supergirl trailer next week. So Supergirl's happening, whether we like it or not. As soon as they drop that trailer,
there's nothing that could stop that trailer.
And I believe I read earlier this week that there was a Lanterns trailer released in the UK. So Lanterns might, if they released a trailer,
anything.
It wasn't publicly released. It was given to behind the scenes, like a group of reporters and stuff like that.
But if it's like that I don't think it could be Batgirl now. I think once it's out there, I think Batgirl. So I think they're postponing the damage of Lanterns, but I think it's going to happen. And Supergirl's happening, although now it's happening in June. But we'll get to that in a minute. But like Dre just said, there is no way to confirm that when the deal is done, like this moron here believes James Gunn is here to stay. There's no way you can know that because they say because Jed, you read about this. His contract is solid until 2027. Oh, wait, this deal's not going to be over until the end of 2027 at its longest. That says nothing. All that tells me is that when all is said and done, Netflix may reevaluate everything. And we're not saying return to the Snyderverse. Nobody is saying that. I think that's a far, far, far near impossible possibility.
Thank God.
But
I don't want to treat cancer with gonorrhea.
I think that James Gunn is not as safe as these stands want to believe.
Netflix is going to want to put their own stamp on all these IPs. I think a few of them will be safe because, like, the HBO shows on the George R. R. Martin side are
have their
doing fairly
teams.
well. They have their teams. They're working with George R. R. Martin. I think those shows are relatively safe. Maybe not all the dozen spinoffs that they're planning, but like House of the Dragon. I think the plan for House of the Dragon will continue unaltered. And Harry Potter show, at least for the first 2 seasons that they're filming back to back, that won't be affected by any of this.
No.
But something like the DC, where it's not making money, where it's just in its infancy, it's at the prime opportunity to
and it doesn't have
reboot
traction. It
doesn't have traction.
Yeah.
They're going to restart it and make it their own. I don't think they're going to do the Snyderverse, especially with the reports that Snyder is not in a currently good position
He lost them a lot of money
with Rebel Moon. Exactly. So I doubt they'll go in that direction. They'll want to do their own thing with it. And all this is coming from a Bloomberg article. And what you were mentioning with James Gunn's contract is hilarious because people saw in that Bloomberg article, it confirmed James Gunn's contract, his current contract, goes through the end of 2027. And they took that to mean they just extended his contract till 2027. That means they're confident in his abilities. No, we just found out what his current contract looks like. But these stands are driving every little thing that they can to be the big picture of everything's safe. James Gunn is our god. Let us worship him forever and ever.
And we're gonna
every little thing is twisted.
We're going to swing back to the Bloomberg article very soon because Jed managed to get his hands on it. I couldn't, but he managed to find a copy we can reference because I got a bunch of stuff. But to round out the conversation now, as we close the first chapter of this Warner Brothers sweepstakes, Paramount is not apparently going to go quietly into this good night. Rumors have it that the Ellisons are moving to try and do now a hostile takeover before all is said and done. And we good old fashioned shareholder proxy war. Let's do it. I want this because I want the savagery. But
they get that $5 billion if they win,
and they get the $5 billion. And who knows? Maybe that was the plan all along. Who knows? But this is not going to end. This is going to go on for the next almost 2 years. We are going to be talking about this. We're going to get extra stuff coming back around, but what we must now talk about, as we mentioned a moment ago, is that at the center of Warner Brothers issues, which made them vulnerable, was the DC Cinematic Universe, or the DCU. And Jed just mentioned it. We had other stuff first, but we're going to talk about this as we talk about it came up. Yesterday, Bloomberg dropped an article saying that somehow Superman 2025 made $100 million in profit. Somehow, some way. With Bloomberg also confirming last night the variety of legit outlets now confirmed Superman's profitable success. The conversation is over. Move on. Oh, look at the other outlets: Forbes, Hollywood Reporter, Variety. So the shills tell them that it made $100 million of pure profit. It's over. It's done. It's great. Do we believe this?
I just want to point out that their legitimacy to this Bloomberg story is other people quoting Bloomberg. Because Forbes didn't go out and independently verify this data. They just said, Bloomberg reported that Superman made $100 million. Mm-hmm. That's not independent verification. That's just quoting. And they're using it as if it's solid evidence to their claim. But when we get into the article, Bloomberg doesn't cite any sources either. It just says it. So, yeah, there's no legitimacy to these statements, no matter who's saying it. It's just a quote from the ether.
And to quote the ether, wasn't it just a couple of months ago they were telling us it made $120 million in profit from the theaters?
Well, and when it was coming out, they said it was upwards of 200, and the number's constantly changing, unverified by anyone.
There is so much murkiness surrounding James Gunn's Superman 2025. I don't believe a goddamn thing of this. They can claim that VOD and physical media sales ended up getting a $100 million in profit. It still lost money in the movies. And we know what the real losses were. Not just $80 million, but a couple $100 million, several $100 million, with a break even that was nearly at $1 billion. This is the maximum level of cope. And they're coping hard because we're going to then, after this, look at their announcement of the week and show you that they still don't have a plan. And they're still very, very on very, very thin ice, put it that way, in terms of what they have coming up. So you have it here. David Zaslav, the Warner Bros. Discovery Chief Executive Officer, appointed pair after reading Gunn's script of Superman. It's one of the biggest earners of the year, taking more than $100 million profit for studio through a mix of ticket sales, online rentals, and merch deals. Why not show us the receipts?
Yeah,
You're
there's
Bloomberg.
no quote to this article. It's not an interview saying, hey, they told us this directly. It is just them throwing it out there as if it's fact. And the important part there is all these people who are James Gunn stands and saying, oh, this is absolute evidence, like those tweets you pulled up a moment ago.
Yeah.
They're all saying that Superman made $100 million in the theater in profit. They're twisting the words of even the made up quote here in the article that it was all about the theatrical run. It mentions merch sales. So with these merchandising deals, this isn't pure profit in a true sense. It's merely obfuscating the expenses. So toy companies paid Warner Brothers for the rights to make these toys.
The toy company makes the money, not Warner Brothers.
Well, true, but that's only if it sells. So it's just the debt of Superman was moved from Warner Brothers to these toy companies. And I don't believe that there's any chance that the toy lines from Superman will go very well. And Peacemaker even more so. Who's going to buy a Peacemaker doll? It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen a single piece of Superman merchandise in a store, if I'm being honest. I haven't seen any out there. I haven't seen any toys. I'm sure there's pictures of them online.
I've seen random shit, nothing legitimate. I've seen random shit. And Funko Pops. Drake, get a Funko Pop.
Oh, of course, Funko Pops. But these merch deals, that's not profit necessarily. That's just shifting expenses. And a lot of these toy companies, I'm sure Warner Brothers owns a few of them as well. So it's just them moving around their own debt to be under someone else's umbrella. That isn't profit. That's just, hey, somebody else is taking on the financial liability for this portion of the budget, and hopefully they'll sell enough toys to make up for it.
So in the end, this is just more maximum cope from DCU stands. Because they have been beaten in every turn by facts, logic, and numbers about this, the failure of Superman 2025. And when they say conversation over, no, just because you say it's over, it isn't. Because as Jed just pointed out, this article doesn't show us receipts. It's just it's a line in a paragraph. And Jed, how long is this article?
It's fairly long. I'm almost at the bottom of it here. Okay. And yeah, they have graphs about Marvel. This is about Marvel and DC just over the last few years. Comics, not even movies. That's comics. It says DC Comics. Well, it says DC Comics, but it is talking about the box office gross of these movies over the last decade.
And that's terrible.
And yeah, a lot of blue dots near the bottom. But yeah, it goes on to just rehash the current situation. You already talked about this quote earlier on a little bit, except for if you're going to make a Batman movie, it's got to be fucking awesome.
Oh, we'll get to that.
This article is a massive nothing burger that makes wild, unsubstantiated claims, and people who want those claims to be true are running with them as if they're fact and saying, hey, other people quoted these people who made up a quote, so that's legitimacy.
Yes.
These people just want reality to be the way that they believe it is, and will fight tooth and nail to change other people's perspectives to match their own. It's just not true.
Believe the shill circle jerk. Believe it. That's all it is. If they all say it, then it must be true. Well, they're all jerking each other off. And then you're standing there getting the reward. Anyway. Yeah, I said it. So this was just a ridiculous. Oh, all right, Jay, you can break down. It's a ridiculous belief system because they started off the week with the propaganda push has begun. The propaganda push has begun. We started with this. We mentioned it at the beginning of the show. And they say that Matt Smith is the front runner to be Brainiac. in Man of Tomorrow, along with Sam Rockwell and Clace Bang, who I don't know who Clace Bang is. I kind of want Sam Rockwell to do it just because Matt Smith doesn't be associated with this. I don't want him associated with this movie. I just don't.
A lot of theories at this point.
This movie is so far away. It could get axed before. I mean, it's supposed to come out in 2027. If they manage to get into production this year, then who knows? But they've begun the hype, the push, and at the same time, it started with Supergirl. Now I'm not having the audio for this, so we're just gonna play it. They revealed her Supergirl suit for the movie, and everybody's so happy.
Besides the sigil, it looks pretty good, I think.
Well, there is a catch, Jed. There is a catch, and this is why I'm so glad
that
Dre's
gold
here.
belt.
Oh, you noticed it. You noticed it. This is what it's compared to. Here it is, another shot of it, but it's moment for moment. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow by Tom King. Dre, who is Tom King?
That man betrayed me. That's who he is. He betrayed me. We had something special years ago. We had something special. You know what he did to me? He bent me over, he broke off a broomstick, and then kicked me into the river. That is what Tom King has done to me. He has betrayed me. He sickens me now, and it breaks my heart, man. He used to be one of my favorite writers. I got like 6 of his books down here. He used to be one of my favorite writers. But to see what he is, drinking the Shield Kool-Aid and huffing paint and doing bath salts, he's fallen into the same bucket of what's that? Crabs in the bucket. Same old crap. And this book is trash. And it's horrible. And the costume sucks.
Wait.
How old is it?
But the real fans love this comic book, Dre. Everybody's saying it's so great. It's definitive Supergirl.
Yeah, it's definitive as much as my diarrhea is a definitive way of clearing out my colon. Okay? That's about it. This book is a nothing burger. This literally does not move anything. And I don't even know if this even counts as a rebirth story. No one even knows and no one even cares. This book sucks. Her costume
But it's the
sucks.
movie. But this is the Supergirl movie. Supergirl 2026 is based off Tom King's Woman of Tomorrow.
Then it's garbage. I hate it when people base a film off of something that sucks already. I don't know how that I don't know how that works, man. Why not base off of something that was good and sold? I never understood this. This book did not sell. Let's get that out of the way.
Okay.
Why would you take something that was a mitigated failure by everyone? Critics that know what they're talking about, and readers. It's absolute first ballot Hall of Fame trash. And I don't understand. We can't do pre-crisis? Let's do pre-crisis Supergirl. She's great. I like that. I like pre-crisis Supergirl. It's amazing. I got like 2 books of her back here, right behind me. Kara Zor-El, which is actually fun and is not on this girl boss tour and all that. Like, bruh, this does not sell. This does not move tickets. And it's upsetting. It's upsetting. And especially because Tom King, man, Tom King, this is an abomination. And
Batman.
Look, this movie's not gonna do well. We all know that. That's a foregone conclusion.
Well, the week started with the claims that the budget was $200 million.
It's over.
And then James Gunn came out and said, "Oh, that's not even close." Yeah, you're right. It's not even close because it's north. It's north. This thing's going to be 250 to 300 plus. They've already said it's going to have an aggressive marketing campaign similar to Superman 2025, which means $150 to $200 million. So this movie is already shaping up to be a $1 billion break even, another $1 billion break movie. But the morons are going, "Oh, it's gonna do well." Oh, not that one yet. It's gonna do well. You're all going to be surprised at how well this movie does. If Superman could barely scratch out $600 million, which, remind you, Zootopia beat in a week, then what? Supergirl ain't going to sniff this, because I'm sorry to any Millie Alcock simp out there. If you see this and get angry at me, Millie Alcock, she's not a draw. She's been in one thing of real note. She's been in other things. We've been over this in the past. She's been in one thing for half a season, and it was an okay performance. The fact that y'all just want to diddle her, that doesn't make her an instant superstar. What we have here is it is weird, isn't it? What we have here is someone who has a certain amount of simp name recognition, but no resume to speak of, and is supposed to carry this movie, supposed to be on the level of, and we're not saying that Jason Momoa is a mega star, but Jason Momoa is good at what he does in this shit. He knows how to camp this shit. He knows how to be over the top superhero or supervillain, and she's gonna be able to match him on the screen. Is she just gonna run around cursing and drinking? And the goddamn dog's gonna be there. The goddamn dog's gonna be there
dog.
too. It's her
Not
dog.
Superman's dog. It's hers. Well,
so
on that track, mentioning James Gunn, we actually have an opportunity to do some exclusive news breaking. James Gunn tweeted half an hour ago. There will be a teaser for Supergirl this week, and he has a teaser for the teaser available.
I know we're getting the trailer. The trailer's going to be
Mhm.
Thursday. I'm hearing the trailer is Thursday. It's either Monday or Thursday is what I'm
But
hearing.
he released a 10-second clip of the teaser if we want to watch it. I don't know what's in it, but
why not? Why not? Why not?
Exclusive news breaking came out half an hour ago, and she's already rocking the glare. She's so punk rock, guys.
All right. Zoom. Yeah, what? Full screen. Full screen.
God, help us.
Oh, what is this? All right, go.
Okay, it looks like it was a nothing burger, but
yeah, that's nothing. I mean,
I don't get why he thinks this is going to get people hyped for the trailer.
It's
Why do people think that this is cool? Am I just old? Do people think that this is cool?
No, you're not. You're not old.
Because I'm very confused. Like, what? Okay. Those of us are old enough to remember punk rock or grunge. For those of us to remember that era, it was about rebellion, standing up against the system, because there was a system that was being built that's holding us down because we wanted to be who we were because of, quite frankly, over conservatism. That's where it comes from. That's the reality of it. What is she rebelling against? Explain this to me. What in modern era would somebody be rebelling against that is punk rock? Anybody? Do I have anything?
Even more so than Kal-El, she remembers Krypton, right?
Yes.
So shouldn't she mourn it a little bit?
Yeah.
But she doesn't care because she's a drunken whore.
Well,
I'm confused.
Here's what the trailer's supposed to be. Here's what it's supposed to be. Supergirl teaser trailer description. Fun, rebellious, and action-packed. Music featuring a track by Blondie, who I didn't know what Blondie was, so I got yelled at by my chat for that.
I don't know either.
You don't like Blondie? You don't know Blondie?
I don't know Blondie.
I like Blondie. Okay, this is a song from.
Well, this means. Well, here's the thing. One, when we react to this trailer, we can't actually play it because Warner we got nailed for the Superman trailer. And two, with an actual track, with a music track, because James Gunn is a dick and has to put fucking music in everything. We couldn't react to anything. So when we cover this, it'll be covered by stills, having watched it prior. The teaser opens with a surprisingly grounded and comedic beat. Wow. James Gunn may not be directing, but they got his notes. We see Crypto, the super dog, casually lifting his leg to pee on a space rock. The camera pans to Kara, Supergirl, who is waking up looking disheveled after being a drunken whore, groggy and clearly nursing a massive hangover. As she tries to gather herself, the iconic sound of Blondie kicks in, shifting the energy instantly. The trailer explodes into a fast-paced montage of stylized action, probably mostly CGI. We see Kara blasting through cosmic environments, delivering brutal punches to alien threats, and flying with aggressive speed. The vibe is distinct from Superman. It's grittier, louder, and colorful, focused on Supergirl, who is ready to fight. So,
all right.
in a sense, you're making Supergirl more of a man than Superman.
Pretty much. But Dre, you might need to answer this for me because I'm not an artist or work with artists or anything like that. I would consider grittier and colorful to not be synonyms or things that you could coexist as.
That is correct. Once again, we have no direction on where we want to go. You can't have both. Gritty would be, let's just say 300 for the sake of simplicity. That would be something that's gritty, dirty, bloody, whatever. Lighthearted and high energy will be like Elf. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
these two things do not mix. Which, like oil and water. So, like, okay, what's the expression? When somebody's telling you who they are, listen to them. They're telling you this is garbage. They're telling you straight up and down that we have no idea what we're doing. We're directionless hacks, and we threw some doo-doo at the wall and watching it slide. That's all that they're telling us. They're telling us the truth. We have nothing. We made up some nonsense. Please put us out of our misery. And I'm going to deliver it to them. I'm going to deliver the ending blow. Now, before I continue, Blondie actually has one of a songs I really liked when I was a kid. It's called The Telephone. It's actually a really, really fun song.
Call me.
Yeah. See, Dragon Lady knows it. Yeah, it's a really fun song. So Blondie was a good group for its time. It was I guess they were rock and roll. Technically, they were a rock and roll band. They weren't punk or grunge or any of this. They weren't any of these things. So I don't get, why is Blondie being referenced here? They were a rock and roll band, and they were fine for what they were. These people don't know what they're doing. That's the point. They have no idea.
Oh yeah, most people don't realize that rock, grunge, or anything like that are different genres.
They're different genres. I played punk decades ago. I played rhythm guitar for a punk band. It was a different time, obviously, but
Yeah,
like these people do not know that rock is the major genre and has many subgenres inside of it. These people are retarded. Are there no music majors in Hollywood that can help these fools? There's nobody there.
No.
God in heaven, help me. Where is Moses when we need him? Good grief, man. Like this is an embarrassment. Just stop making stuff. Like I'm not one to protest, but I'm about to lay down naked in the street and somewhere and be like, just stop. Like, just hold a sign that says just stop. Because you don't know what you're doing. You're trying to make some angsty teenage, what is it, the 90s again? Like what is going on? I really have no clue what they're trying to do. And why would Kara Zor-El be rebellious against what or who?
And why would she be obsessed with the 90s? Isn't she like 22 in this story, taking place in 2025?
Got nothing.
And an alien?
Yeah.
What we have here.
I'm gonna have to go now.
Dragon Lady.
Take it easy.
Night.
What we have here is, as Dre said, a complete misunderstanding. The fact that they're taking Tom King's trash and making it the movie shows they're not here to make a Supergirl movie. They're here to appease to the recency bias of a bunch of goddamn tourists.
Yes.
That's what they're here to do. And this movie is going to be a massive flop. But with this and with other stuff, this week, the propaganda defense has begun for this. This movie will be as protected as Superman 2025 was.
Oh, absolutely.
They're going to protect this.
Because
And
I don't know why Tom King needs to be protected anymore. I don't know why. Because he's betrayed me. This is the last great thing he did. This is Rorschach book. This is the last great thing Tom King ever wrote. Period. By far. His downfall started here. Heroes in Crisis. This book is trash. I hate
Batman. He cucked Batman.
He cucked everyone. Everyone in this book is a disaster. I remember I got this joint because, oh man, Tom King's writing about the mental hardship of being a hero. Hey, yeah, count me in. I spent money on this book. Money. I sat there and read it.
Hard-earned pimping money.
Oh yeah. Oh, them hoes had to walk the corners for many hours in order for me to acquire this book. And the idea that I sat there and spent the whole day covering it, and I closed that book, looked up to the heavens above, and said, "Father, why have you forsaken me?" It was a disaster. And at this moment, I knew something went wrong with Tom King. And then when he got greenlit for the Supergirl nonsense, I knew that the game was over. And you're going to use that garbage that no one bought, that no one read, and make a film out of it. Instead of using pre-crisis Supergirl, which is the Kar-Zor-El we all love, which of course which Paul Dini used, obviously, and to do his show for Superman, and so on and so on.
And she gets a conclusion. She gets her ending. They go all the way to the end of her storyline.
Exactly. And it was great. But no, we don't want the fun-loving, a girly girl that's the fun stuff. Respectful.
Who wanted to learn to be a hero like her cousin.
And the idea that we're pushing forward with a good-for-nothing, drunken skank whore. How is that progress? How is that punk rock? Explain.
Look out. Here comes Supergirl. But
a rebel without a cause. Ridiculous.
And you know she's going to be buying it.
Oh.
That's what punk rock is these days.
Oh.
But it doesn't end there. This one, we got one more little bit because James Gunn this week, of course, had to also talk about Batman.
Oh no.
Not that they're casting anything, but that he is continually sick and tired of people asking about the costume.
Yep.
James Gunn says the most requested version of Batman is the blue and the gray. Here's our response to this. The most requested thing would be the blue and the gray, the yellow and the brown around the bat. But all these things I find less important than the character himself, the writing, and the person who plays him. Then you don't get it. The costume matters as much as anything.
I get what he's trying to say.
Yeah. Give him a little credit.
Yeah, I get what he's trying to say, but he doesn't. Once again, this is how you know he's a freaking tourist. He doesn't understand what makes this suit, this what if suit is being used, so important to the fan base. He doesn't understand. Yes, he's right. Character, writing, person that plays him, yes, by all accounts and purposes, as far as filmmaking and storytelling is concerned, is more important. But this is the fan base. And not to mention, you've given us nothing. The three things that you say are more important, you have not given it to anyone. So therefore, what are we supposed to default to? You giving me no actor. You giving me no writing. You giving me no character. You haven't even given us the idea that you're writing anything. So what is the fan base supposed to fall back on? The cowl. That's all that there is to fall back on.
A cowl we haven't seen yet.
Sure.
We have not seen the blue.
Plain and simple. And I would like
a little bit.
I
in
like
the Flash.
Gray Batman.
Don't count.
Oh yeah,
the Flash doesn't count. The Flash doesn't count.
Definitely does not count. That movie didn't happen. That was a fever dream. We were all on angel dust. We're that didn't happen.
Well,
but yes,
James Gunn is a vindictive, egotistical asshole, and just because everyone's asking for the blue and the gray, he's not going to do it. He's going to not do it.
I swear,
purely because of this.
You're gonna give us Batman Inc., and then everybody's gonna riot. We're gonna riot. I'm gonna be the first one in line.
He says here, individuals are making clear what they want to see, but even the most requested thing, the blue and the gray, is split evenly with people who don't want that. And the other two most requested things are also things just as many people say they don't want to see. So you have to do what's right by the specific film and story, which translates to what you just said. He's going to do whatever he wants.
And you got nothing.
Yeah.
You got nothing. And look, this is my thing. If you have nothing, fake it till you make it, bruh. Feed me. You got to give the fan base something. You have to give them something. If the idea, at least to be like, hey, we're considering using the blue and the gray. Or, hey,
just
we're
lip service.
Anything.
Yeah.
And like literally, you give the fan base anything, and they'll disappear for a while, and then we can have our fantasies like, oh man, he's going to use blue and gray. He's going to use this. Blah, blah, blah. Then we'll disappear for a while until you actually bring something real. But if your response is, that's not important, you can go screw yourselves. That's not how that works at all. You are a tourist. We've been here from the beginning. You were doing bath salts and sitting there doing heroin up your penis hole. Listen to what the people are saying. How many times we said this? A bazillion times, maybe a bazillion and 10. Give the customer what they want, and they'll come and give you money. This isn't hard, Tom King.
But guys, his job is safe. His job is safe.
Yeah, totally safe.
Yeah.
Just his current contract is his current contract. That means he's never going anywhere for the rest of
his job is safe. And
he's as safe as chicken nuggets at McDonald's.
And here's something that may or not be safe, which, since we are talking Batman, this was news that was released right before we got the huge Netflix news. The fact that after Emma Stone apparently turned down the deal, Scarlett Johansson is coming on for the Batman Part 2. And people are speculating she could be anybody from Poison Ivy to Andrea the Phantasm Beaumont.
Oh, don't say that out loud. Don't say that out loud. Don't let the demons hear you. The demons will hear you, Adam. Don't you dare.
Beardo thinks she might be Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale's will put out there too. Vicky Vale's will
put out there too. She could be Vicky Vale. That's fine. Keep Andrea Beaumont out of your filthy mouth, Adam.
Well, here's the problem. Andrea Beaumont had a specific storyline based upon the Mask of the Phantasm movie.
That's correct.
That Jack Napier Joker killed her father and she's out for vengeance. There's not even Jack Napier, not even the Joker that we sort of got in the first one. How? We don't know. You'd have to do some real legwork to set it up. And as someone who didn't watch the first one, I have no horse in this race. I could care less. But obviously, emotions are already running high.
Wait, you didn't watch the Batman, Adam?
No, I did not. I was not interested.
The Joker in that movie was awful. I mean, it was only 10 seconds.
Chad, we don't talk about that. That didn't happen.
I just wasn't interested. I just wasn't interested.
Okay. I mean, like this.
It's fine. It's not.
It's fine.
Great.
I think you should, you had time. I think you should watch it. It's not terrible. It's not horrifying.
I'm sure the chat will make me watch it eventually.
Yeah,
it's better than all of the Snyderverse, I think.
Well,
100%.
I just
except for Wonder
Woman.
Woman.
I just had to rewatch Batman and Robin this week. They made me watch that instead.
It's better than Batman and Robin.
That was so bad. It's as bad as I remembered.
That is if you're watching Batman and Robin. Dang, man, that movie's bad.
People try to tell me that Bane is better than Tom Hardy's, and I don't understand that argument.
At least Tom Hardy's Bane is in the right vein of what the character is: intelligent, smart, deadly. Not Bane.
That one was whack, man. That was weird.
Only person in that movie that understood the assignment was Arnold Schwarzenegger and pulled off the campiness. No one else pulled it off, and George Clooney was just George Clooney the entire movie.
That was not weird, man.
So
many bad choices.
Back to this now. The Batman Part 2 set to go into production spring summer next year. Based upon what we know, we're supposed to believe this is going to keep going. Now, we know deep down inside James Gunn doesn't want this to happen because the Batman and the Batman Part 2 will make more money than all of his movies. Batman Part 2 will probably make profit like Batman Part 1. I think it will.
And it doesn't have COVID to contend with. Mm-hmm. The first one did fairly well, and it was one of the first movies to really come out after the COVID ban was lifted. It and Top Gun Maverick and Spider-Man No Way Home, they were the first ones to show there was viability to the theaters finally.
Yeah. And I think that Scarlett Johansson, she's a legitimate star. She has name recognition. Sure. People will go watch her and stuff. And having her join the cast gives it, I don't want to say so much as weight, but it puts it that they're taking it seriously because she's a genre actress now. It's what she does. She doesn't do serious dramatic roles or comment that. She does genre roles from MCU to dinosaurs and shit like that. So putting her in there says, okay, we're putting people in here that can do the job, this and that.
I just don't want her to be Poison Ivy. Don't let her be
Oh,
Poison Ivy.
I think that's really low hanging fruit, and that would be dumb just because she has red hair.
Well, yeah,
she's
just
a
because
blonde
she's
now.
red hair.
She's a blonde now, but you know what I mean.
She's a little old for the role, I think, for Poison Ivy, but more importantly, not since the first Avengers movie has she been willing to show off her sexuality. And for Poison Ivy, you need to be a sultry woman. You need to flaunt what you got. And she doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Sultry.
So I feel like they're trying to make this movie work more so than the other stuff that's going on with the cast and the story and this and that. And there's rumors about who the villains are going to be. I'm not even going to pay attention to that. But I think what's more important is that this movie has a chance, if all things continue with the merge and all that kind of stuff, that it will be more successful than Supergirl and Clayface.
Yeah, because I think this movie's actually going to be good. And now that's based off of what I saw previously. Yeah. As I've said on several times, I enjoyed the first film, and I think the first film is very, very good until the third act. The third act is an absolute, a mitigated disaster.
Which is something everybody generally agrees on. The third act is a disaster. Even people who like the movie, they say the third act is complete disaster.
It's absolutely horrible in every way, shape, and form. But anyway, but it's still a solid film that I still rewatch from time to time. Mm-hmm. So I think Matt Reeves knows what he's doing. Mm-hmm. I think he understands noir. I think he understands Batman, this version of Batman anyway, which I think is classic Detective Comics of like 2005 run, which I think is fine. And I think he really does a very, very good job with this. Now, if we're tackling villains, I'm hoping and praying to the Norse gods and any other of them that Scarlett Johansson is just like Vicky Vale or something, and she's gonna be the April O'Neil-esque character of the story and stuff, and trying to track down leads. I'm hoping she
could be that because Zoe Kravitz will not be returning as Selena Kyle.
Nobody want to see. Okay, nobody wanted to see her as Selena Kyle in the beginning anyway.
Yeah,
I didn't like her as Catwoman. Yeah, it was annoying, but I don't want Scarlett Johansson nowhere near any villain roles. I don't want her. Definitely not no Poison Ivy. I don't want her as any of them.
If she's Harley Quinn,
no, come on, you can't.
Too old. Too old to be Harley.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. She's too old for any of them. No offense to her, but it is what
she still looks great. But
she looks great. But the fact of the matter is, this is supposed to be a young Batman, so therefore, at least the villains have got some youthful vigor behind them. You know what I mean? Like, but so
young Batman played by a man in his mid-40s.
Yeah, that's so annoying too. I and like Robert Pattinson does a fine job, but there's a lot wrong going on here. But I really hope that Scarlett Johansson is just like Vicky Vale or anything, So, but just no villains, please. No villains.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't generally do antagonists. She doesn't generally do antagonists.
I agree.
So
I do wonder if she would take such a small role like a Vicky Vale or something like that. Like she'd want to have a future to make money over the years, like with Jurassic World. They just announced a sequel a few weeks ago for that, I believe.
I mean, but Vicky Vale, like my thing is like Vicky Vale is a minor character, absolutely. But you can expound on her to just because she is the news lady of Gotham. She's the news lady,
right?
So you can use her to, help push the story forward, looking for clues, trying to get a scoop or something like something that's actually involved. I don't want her as no main. Like, yo, just don't do it.
Yeah,
just don't do it.
I don't think she. I mean, I posed that she could do antagonist in my reaction earlier in the week because Matt Reeves likes to do things a little differently, so he might have got her to do that. But she generally doesn't do antagonists. She generally does protagonists. So.
Yeah, and that's her thing, and that's fine.
Oops, I brought this up too soon. Sorry.
Yeah, we were watching you do it. I was like, oh, maybe we're just.
We're transitioning.
Apparently.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I was still screen sharing, but
it's all good.
I said
no, but my thing is like maybe
Brad brought it up.
I don't want her as any villain. I can see her pushing to try to be Lady Shiva. I can see her trying to push for that because Lady Shiva's a martial artist, and it's a
Now,
Lady Shiva Black
someone
Widow.
said Talia al Ghul.
Under no circumstance, I have to burn the theater to the ground. I have to burn the theater to the ground.
You can't do Talia without
Once
Ra's, and
again.
I don't think they're going to touch it after Nolan's trilogy. You can't go near Ra's al Ghul right now. You can't.
And not to mention, Talia al Ghul once again was done terribly in the Nolan film. Horrible.
Yeah,
I've been on record several times. Horrible. Talia al Ghul was a femme fatale. That girl got big old titty meat, and she is one of the greatest fighters in the world.
Watching her in the animated
In
series
DCU.
version, they gave her she was a lot softer when introduced in Batman the Animated Series. They didn't make her so evil, maniacal. And of course, this came out a decade before Damian Wayne was even a thought to anything. So there was no Damian Wayne to murky up the waters, that kind of thing. But her loyalty to her father is clear, and her complete and utter devotion to Bruce for Adam. So I don't think they're going to go that way. I don't think because I don't think.
Oh, she could be Roxy Rocket. I like that. She could be Roxy Rocket.
Anyway, so I think we will. I think we're agreed. The movie's going to do well, and I think ScarJo will probably do well in the role. We just hope that they put her in the right role, and it's better than anything James Gunn is putting together for the DCU. And this will be a stain and not that a bad stain, but a stain that'll be showing up and say, "Oh, we're going to look at the stain more than the pretty, colorful, grittier, punky, grungy thing that James Gunn is giving us."
That's why I'm shocked he let it happen. James Gunn, I'm shocked he let the Batman Part 2 happen.
I don't think he could get out. I bet there was some sort of contract involved. I bet. Had to. You guys saw me setting it up. Brad brought this to my attention this
just
morning.
To close out the Warner Brothers discussion real fast, I think we do need to at least nod to the news that Universal is seeking the theme park rights to the DC heroes. Because those rights are off with Six Flags, so they're not a part of this Netflix deal.
That's a different
that was
thing.
one thing we talked about a lot with Universal potentially buying Warner Brothers, is we might see DC heroes at
but
the
it
Universal
turns out
parks.
It's a separate deal altogether. So
And it may still happen anyway. And there's also talks that they might be losing Marvel as well because their deal was prior to the Disney deal. When Disney bought Marvel, Universal already had the theme park rights. So I don't know. I don't think those are getting renewed. So it would be a actual.
I would doubt it would
of Marvel.
I know. I'm like 99% sure that Disney theme parks hate the fact that there's a Marvel section in Universal that they can't make money on. And
they're not going to let it be renewed. So I'm thinking Universal is going to lose the Marvel rights in the next couple of years.
I'm
and
certain
they're hoping to get DC to replace it.
All right. So my good buddy Brad, who I do a show with once a week, Wormhole Launch, brought this to my attention, and we have a little bit of time left here. So why don't we react to the first clip, and we'll pause it appropriately. We'll try and make it full transformative. Paramount's pretty good about this stuff. They don't generally don't. And they released it, so I mean, whatever. All right, here we go. 4 minutes of Starfleet Academy premiering next month. I'll be covering it. We'll be talking about it. Jed will be covering it. We might even put a panel together. Have a little talkity talk.
Great, you're gonna watch it?
I will not lay my eyes on this filth.
All right, so here we go. Holly Hunter as the commandant of the Kurtzman Trek Far Future Starfleet Academy.
Talk to me, number one.
We're not far from the
Turn this
Badlands.
off.
Talk
Turn
to me.
this off.
Can she act? I haven't seen enough of her old stuff to know, but I do know she
Holly
has
Hunter
been in
can
Hollywood.
act. Holly Hunter can act, but she's not a genre girl.
There was nothing in her voice there. It was devoid of emotion.
First of all, talk to me, number one.
What are we doing?
We're trying to play off of original Pike and more commonly known how Picard refers to Riker, but also the female hybrid Jem Hadar, who's clearly not addicted to Ketracel White. Oh God!
I thought you were going to say clearly not addicted to sugar.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Sugarfoot.
Oh, hold on a second here.
Badlands, Captain. Subspace instability.
Glasses?
They haven't fixed eye issues.
I mean, they do, But I mean, there's the joke that Kirk can't take the medication for it because he'll get the clown hands. He has the allergic reaction. But that's it. Everybody else, no one wears glasses. So are they going to do that? Is she going to get clown hands too? If she takes the drug Retinax? See, Brad knows me. He knew I would jump on that immediately. Glasses. And of course, what is this? I mean, all right, first of all, not only are you a Jem'Har, I believe she's a Jem'Har Klingon hybrid, if I remember correctly. Two of the most fittest, deadliest warrior races out there, and you're a fat, I'm guessing under the makeup, black woman.
Yes, that's Aunt Jemima under there. 110%.
All right. Drake confirms he's my black friend. He says I'm allowed to say that. Okay.
He may be creeping in, and we're the first to chart it.
What's that? Oh my God!
What's going on?
This is a who's who of lesbians.
What is going on here?
What is that?
All three of these women are lesbian stereotypes.
What am I looking at?
What's going on? It's been 10 seconds. What am I seeing?
Where's
the Star Trek at? What's going on?
What was with her act? What are we doing? Okay, all right, we have to listen to the dialogue here.
These would make an excellent practical study module for the spatial harmonics lab, Captain. All right.
I thought she was a commandant.
Well, she's also on the bridge. She's common. I don't know. I don't know.
It's rough, man.
Chad, I already feel my sanity slipping.
Feel my testy.
Your voice is slipping too.
Well,
it's not good.
Yeah, I've
not good, Moses. Not good.
I still got a little bit of laryngitis, and when I get animated, I lose what one of my voice I have. What is this? What happened to the sexy? Go ahead.
What happened to physical requirements to be in the military? To be fair, that's actually happening in the real world. When I was in the Air Force, the female requirement for the physical test was run 1.5 miles in at least 18.5 minutes.
Well, these are fat professors.
These girls ain't going nowhere except to Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, yeah. Somebody needs to unchain herself from the replicator.
Well, let's total the ship on our first run.
Why did she give her the glasses?
I don't know what's going on.
Why did she hand her the glasses? Why don't you put it back where you got them from? What is this?
She can't see.
This? All right, here. Now, this is the Academy. This is the Academy. It's mobile.
Yeah, it's a ship. Starfleet Academy is a ship.
I'm picking up sources of tachyon interference. 100
time travel, huh?
Oh, no.
1,000 kilometers to port.
Now, I'm just pausing frequently so we can fair use this. If I get challenged on this. Okay, so they're being attacked, and oh god, this is so bad.
That's why you don't want Starfleet Academy to be a ship. It is not safe. These are trainees. You want to train them in safe environments and then slowly introduce them to dangerous situations.
I said this before when the first trailer had come out.
Yeah.
Why is Starfleet Academy in space?
I don't know.
I'm very confused.
No, it's a plot excuse.
You know why?
Because we can't think of ideas.
Oh, I know why. I know. San Francisco finally drowned in too much shit.
Yeah.
That's probably the real reason. But yeah, they probably couldn't think of any ideas to make Starfleet Academy interesting unless it had aliens and explosions and ship battles.
12 contacts incoming.
They checked our sensors.
What did she say?
So much urgency.
Is she chewing tobacco?
I heard contact director Santos.
God, I mean, Holly Hunter is a legitimate actress. She's won an Oscar back when Oscars meant something, and she's been in a lot of iconic movies and a lot of great stuff. But you can enunciate better than this.
Yo, Keto
Botox did something to her.
Oh my god!
Red alert! Ray shields. Target those contacts and take.
She's so intense. I can't handle it. No, it's like she's ordering donuts to be given to the fat
ordering Taco Bell.
God damn.
Come out. Get to the kids.
What just happened?
There's personal transporters.
What was that?
What's going on?
What
she did that herself.
Did she
contact? Yeah, I think they have personal transporters. You just click a button and you can transport somewhere.
Get to the kids. So this confirms they're out there doing shit with students on board. You deserve everything that happens to you. From
What's happening? Aren't those dorm rooms?
I don't know.
They get murdered.
None of the main kids die, so it doesn't matter the children.
Well, yeah, because they have to get involved with their Dawson's Creek, One Tree Hill, 90210
And what
sex
children
dramas.
you trying to get to? Aren't they all children here? Aren't they all right out of high school?
Oh, have you seen the poster?
Oh no! Don't show me. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to do this. Why am
All
I
right,
here?
Bring it up.
Get it. While we finish.
Don't do this to me.
God, we're only a minute into this. Jed, this is gonna be a nightmare of a show.
It's gonna be awful. It's there when you're ready for it.
So something biological is spreading over the hull. Okay.
All hands to stations. All cadets, you must return to your quarters.
Yeah, just go to your quarters. You'll be fine.
Go to your quarters. Your quarters just got blown up. I just saw it.
You'll be fine.
This is not a drill.
Don't panic. Breathe. Breathe in as you.
Oh, Robert Picardo. Oh,
God. Well, at least he's getting a check.
Oh.
Go on. Go. This is not a drill. Get your.
This guy's our hero protagonist. He's our center. Saying, oh God, there she is. Why does she have hair? Oh, well, Gemma Hart do have hair. I'm sorry, Gemma Hart have hair. But oh, good Lord.
Storms, go. Move it. Why are you talking? Get.
Why does she sound like Idris Elba? That's Idris Elba's accent.
Yeah.
There's another hybrid Klingon, another half-breed
I was just about
Klingon
to ask,
with
like,
an
what's
eyebrow
wrong with
ring.
Klingon?
That's another half-breed Klingon. He's another
half
half-breed.
human.
Half human, half.
It's all these breeding fantasies.
I am
This is some
very
furry shit.
Oh, that's what's going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Okay, I'm caught up. This is just a shipping show.
And
It is a shipping show.
Shipping show.
All right,
Okay.
really quick, just to prove it. Yeah, here's the poster.
This is the
This is
official
Dawson's
poster.
Creek. This is Dawson's Creek.
That was what I said the first thing. But it's
Oh my
actually
God.
it's Dawson's Creek, but the poster is actually more reflective of One Tree Hill posters.
You're right.
It's no matter what though, because both of them are, it's a CW show, is what it is.
100%.
Why are they all holding hands?
Oh, and
Because
here's what it
they're
is.
all-
Look at she's gonna love him, but he's not gonna be receptive. He's gonna be sleeping with both these girls, and he's gay.
Are you sure they're not all gay?
Wait a minute. Oh wait, I didn't share it. Sorry, hang on. I did share it. It's on your screen. Sorry, it's on your screen. I forgot. Why is my mouse showing up? Yeah. So the fat black chick is gonna have it for Klingon half breed, and he's not gonna be receptive. The dude in the middle there, our main protagonist, he's gonna get it on with white skirt girl, and the other girl, he's gonna be in a throuple.
Of course.
And the dude on the end, he's gonna be gay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I have a problem with the biology, at least the figures of these biologies. Why is this Klingon skinnier than the white guy on the end?
Because he's a half breed.
But
He's going to
even-
be gay in the end. I think the Klingon and this guy are
Yeah.
going to get together at the end
Okay.
of the show. There has to be
All
a
right.
gay couple.
All right.
If there's not a gay couple by the end, I will be shocked.
Okay. All right. Let's go with this a little bit.
And this is
longer.
a real show.
Yes,
It
coming out
is.
January 16th.
Ridiculous.
I'll be
man.
reviewing it. Jed will be reviewing it.
Somebody needs to
Brad will be
green-lit me.
reviewing it.
I need a show for me. Green light me taking a dump, because clearly if we're just giving away money. I mean,
Legatus called it the USS Love Boat.
that's
Yeah.
I
No,
won't even argue against it.
I hate these uniforms. I hate this asymmetrical uniform shit where it's all kind of off. I hate that.
What is that?
It's going to be Paul Giamatti.
It's your career ending.
Yeah. All right.
Remember what matters engulfing the entire ship. It's a variant we've never seen before.
Activate backup
Wait.
holocomms interface.
I was blowing my nose. I missed. What did he say there?
They were asking
The-
what was engulfing this ship, and
Yeah.
It's a variant that they've never seen before. I just want to
Is
point
that
out
an
that's
Andorian? Wait, is that a Orion?
a green
A
skin
male-
with red
a male
hair.
Orion?
Aren't they blue?
No, those are Booleans.
Oh.
Booleans are blue. And Andorians are blue. And Andorians have the dilly bubs.
So in the future, everybody's been banging each other. All the alien species have been engaging in what I can also only thing I can wrap my head around is all types of unspeakable coitus, and have produced a Nephilim. And that's
the way to put it.
That's where we're at. Okay, got it.
It's a bunch of half breeds and
Is that a
androgynous
Noskin
half-breeds.
female? Is that a Noskin female? What's going on there?
Get us out of here.
We've lost helm response. Manual override initiated.
She has a ball
No, I'm
gag.
not responding. It's draining our power, Captain.
And that's several ships.
I have a question. Where is Starfleet? Where is
They are
Starfleet?
okay. In this timeline, Starfleet is essentially nothing. They've got like 5 ships at this point.
Because
this is the distant
because there was an
future.
autistic kid
Yeah.
who screamed and destroyed dilithium throughout the universe, which prevented
in 1
warp
second
travel.
A universal explosion of dilithium across the galaxy, all 4 quadrants.
I don't want
that made space travel very difficult.
Yeah,
I don't
So
wanna
in
be
air
here
when
anymore.
space travel is very difficult,
Oh,
Starfleet is on its knees.
wait.
You have Starfleet Academy in space.
That's what I'm
Can't be
about to
protected.
say. So Starfleet's been destroyed. So your plan
no. What happened was Starfleet was destroyed, and then the Federation became isolationists on Earth. Starfleet, they became isolationists with fat chick from Georgia who lost her race 3 times as the president of Earth.
Yeah, if you don't know
Stacey
that,
Abrams.
right, they had a real
They brought in
political
Stacey
candidate
Abrams.
play the president of Earth in Star Trek.
With
They
her-
were
with-
they were
yeah, that-
actively campaigning for a
Yeah.
Georgia governor candidate.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Stacey Abrams. The meme was Stacey Abrams as Earth.
Mhm.
Okay.
They are Voltroning this year.
Oh Lord,
Captain, it's the Venari roll.
the what?
Venari roll.
That sounds like a bad sushi
A
roll. I
venereal
don't know.
disease?
Yeah, that too. All I know is that you look at this thing and they have to come up with new threats because you can't use the old threats because you got so far away from real Star Trek that nothing's worth anything anymore.
Fire full spread. We can't.
This acting is atrocious. This
No
writing
one
is
feels like they're
terrible.
in danger.
Yeah.
This is a simulation.
Where are the nacelles on this thing? Where are the warp nacelles? I know they don't have dilithium anymore, but wow, this ship is made of shit.
I'm still very confused. Is this just part of an episode? As the
Yes.
teaser?
Yeah, this is the
No,
first
yeah,
few
it's
minutes of
4
the
minutes.
first episode.
This clip's supposed to get everybody engaged.
They're giving
They
this
see-
show away.
See
Good
what I did there?
grief, man.
Yeah, you see what I did there? And get everybody engaged.
Engaged, yeah.
Laugh, damn it. Okay.
Is this the new
Oh.
Kobayashi Maru?
If it was, I'd
Is
let
this
them all
fake?
die. I'd let them all die. No, this is real.
No. I mean, I know the clip's real. I'm just wondering if it's a simulation or training scenario because no one is slightly concerned with what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, why would the...
Evasive.
Now go for it. Go.
Multiple systems overload, Captain.
Is that Becky Lynch?
It was.
That's what the chat's saying.
That was Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch, yeah.
Listen, I would do all kinds of things to her, but I mean, no.
Primary power at 86%. All remaining power to forward shields. Opening.
God, Holly Hunter is just mailing it in. She's just mailing
Is
it.
that the Wicked Witch of the
Okay,
West?
all right, that's not a Nausicaan. I thought it might have been a Nausicaan. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Starfleet Command.
She
This
has
is Captain
11%
Otney
of
of the
fire.
USS Athena, calling Starfleet.
They call it the Athena.
Athena deserves better.
Command, repeat. 10% USS Athena under attack by the Venari Rock.
Damage to multiple
8%.
decks, Captain, including crew quarters.
Bridge to the doctor. Doctor, report.
A little busy here, Captain. The explosion damaged our emergency hollow emitters. Medical staff is in short supply right now.
Wait, so all medical staff are EMHs now?
Yes.
That's a great idea.
And he only exists because he has the portable EMH device. He has the portable hollow emitter.
So we still
And
have
yeah,
the
he was
same
the
emitter from Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah.
You still got the same one.
Well, probably a new variation of it because this
Yeah,
is
it's probably
900
been
years.
updated.
This is like hundreds of years later.
But that he never replicated it. He didn't give it to his other hologram
Well,
friends.
he has to be king of the holograms. Okay.
I hate this show.
At least on Voyager, it made sense why there was a holographic doctor. Wasn't he initially like a support feature? But when
well,
when they got sent off, that he was all they had.
He's all they had, and his evolution, his character is fantastic. And now Robert Picardo's
Absolutely.
gonna ruin his own legacy here. He's gonna ruin his own legacy. It's gonna be terrible.
Well, injuries, both cadet and officers, but no casualties. Let me know.
How could there be no casualties?
I'm confused.
We've seen the damage. This has been done. People getting blown up everywhere. Good Lord. Great minds think alike, Brad.
That changes.
If we could avoid another direct hit, that would be super helpful.
Super. What the hell is that?
That's the droid from Power Rangers.
What
Ay.
What is going on?
What is this?
The future is bleak, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait. One of the cadets is a hologram person?
No, you mean fat black chick is a hologram?
That changes all the context of the holodeck. Because the doctor is supposed to be an anomaly.
How do you get that fat if you're a hologram? This show is going to be gloriously bad, and I actually now I can't. I'm excited.
She
She's
takes a lot of data
hologram.
bytes.
Ooh, oh God. Well, Weasel will be familiar with squeaking. He hears it all the time at furry conventions. I have to do that. He's a shaved furry. How is nobody dead?
How does the doctor know no one is dead?
Power supply is
After 10
fluctuating
seconds.
ship-wide.
Hold on a second. The bridge got annihilated. Looks pretty clean now all of a sudden. No consistency.
They hit the reset.
No consistency.
Is fluctuating ship.
And that bridge design. Let's look at this.
I do like that it's more lit up. That's one thing I really hated about the Discovery
Well,
era is everything was so dark
Yeah,
and
but
moody.
I feel like the desks everywhere, the station. I don't like the layout of these stations.
No, the layout's terrible. A bunch of them are facing in the wrong directions.
Yeah,
What are
I
those
don't
people
like
in the
this.
sides doing? In the center?
I don't know. I don't know. Or behind her. I mean, we understand there are stations behind. We've seen the bridges of the D, the bridge of the E, the on the Defiant, all that kind of stuff. The original Enterprise, A through C, all that stuff. But
Yeah, but they were all looking forward.
yeah, or these
Or at a screen. These
it's
people are looking at
designed.
nothing.
Yeah, I don't like
Look at
this.
the people on the left.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one lady in the far back against the wall, that's fine. They need the big screens or whatever, but these desks in the middle of the room
Yeah.
facing in random directions.
I don't like
The
it.
desk on the left. These ladies are looking at nothing.
Yeah, well,
Nothing.
I think these new control panels are also, they look like shit. We got to glance at them. They don't look good. All right, we're almost done.
Waiting ship-wide.
Cadets and instructors in lockdown.
Incoming holo transmission.
Patch it.
Holo transmission.
We're in- here.
15 long years. But you look radiant as ever, Captain Ake.
Paul Giamatti. Now he might actually do well in this. It looks like he's going to actually act, but geez, man.
I mean, he's a great actor, so
Yeah.
he'll make the best of a
Yeah,
bad.
I think Paul Giamatti is probably going to be the standout of the show. He probably will be.
We're
'Cause
going to
he'll
be rooting for him.
He'll be camping it up, I think. He'll be camping it up.
New Spraka.
So many things I didn't get to say when.
All right, here's the thing. Holo emitter. So now because it's a holo emitter, you can prance around in front of everybody. No on screen. There's something to be said about screen to screen communication. Oh man.
Last
This is
we
dumb.
met. For instance, time, with its infinite sense of humor, will always fold upon itself like an origami chicken.
Oh yeah, he's hamming it up. Yeah.
First of all,
He's not
you're
taking
some
it seriously. And
you're some sort
neither
of
would
you're
I.
some sort of alien species. What the fuck do you care about origami chicken? Or origami?
Yeah, that's a
That is
purely human reference.
that is a human Japanese culture thing. What the hell are you saying? I'm using a metaphor for origami.
And I want to know what this looks like from his perspective. Is he walking around his bridge hoping he doesn't walk
I don't
into
know.
anything with like
That's an
glasses
excellent
on?
point. That's a fantastic point, and
Or does he have to go to a hollow deck that recreates everything on his end?
I mean, it's one thing when in DS9 they introduced the holographic communication. Somebody's standing in the mirror and they can't go anywhere, but he's prancing around. That's an outstanding point. That's an outstanding point. He's just walking around on his own bridge. What if he walks
He's
into
part
something on his own
Klingon
bridge?
too? He's a half-breed too?
Oh God.
There's just nothing but orgy sex happening for this show. That's it.
All right,
That's
let's finish it up.
Yeah, and this moment, Captain Ake, this moment is that chicken. In other words, payback's a bitch.
Ruben in the chat, we did mention Becky already. They did notice her.
What is he talking about?
I have some idea from the last trailer. She busted him and saved our male protagonist a long time ago, and he's a villain from the past coming back. But still, my throat's had it from this. Good lord, we're in for a treat in January.
Funky half breeds running around.
We are in for a treat.
God, yeah, y'all enjoy yourselves.
Yeah,
I'll be counting sheep or something.
There's
Now,
8 seconds left. 8 seconds left.
Will this be like Discovery, where it's a rated M for mature show, or are they trying to go back to PG-13?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because we might see some of that half-breed sex, a half-breed orgy.
It's a
if
CW
Discovery.
show. There's going to be sex. What is that music?
What is that?
It's Home Alone. That's Home Alone.
We're done. I'm done. My voice is done. Join us in January when we review the hell out of this piece of shit. And with that, we're done. I didn't expect this. This was a nice way to round out the show. I thought we were going to end early, but no, we got one more out of this. All right, guys, we are done. Thank you, everybody. Let's pitch our wares. And I'm going to quickly get off camera so I can keep coughing. Jed, go.
Perfect. Well, everyone can check out endlessfrontierbooks.com to get an exclusive prequel short story to my book universe called The Brighton Pacification for $1.99, available now. Otherwise, you can find me on YouTube at The Endless Frontiers. I'm going to be streaming a lot this week. This is my first week actually officially laid off. So I'm going to be streaming every single day, including at 6:30 p.m. tonight. So in just about an hour, I'm going to be doing some Outer World stream. The link is already up if you want to go over there and turn on the notification bell for it. Okay. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to be doing the Write or Flight podcast at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's where I talk about all the writing and space news, review current things I'm reading or watching or anything like that, and just a general pop culture stream. And then afterwards, at some point, I'm going to be doing Outer Worlds every night, every day this week, whenever I can find time to do so. We'll probably finish Outer Worlds at some point. And after that, it will be the chat's choice of what I play next, because for the Christmas season, there is a grift on my channel, just like Adam's. We have to do it, called Krampus's Gift. If the channel makes enough money this month, Krampus will visit me in the deep dark hours of the night and give me a gift that I shall suffer through. It will be a chat choice to play a game that I would otherwise despise playing. It could be absolutely anything the chat wants except for porn games. You could make me watch a Hello Kitty game for all I care. Or it could be something like The Last of Us Part 2, Spider-Man Miles Morales, or finishing up Assassin's Creed Shadows. Anything that I would otherwise hate to play, it will be up to you guys to determine if I play that or not. So check out Endless Frontiers on YouTube for all of that. And at some point, you said 11:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night?
That's what we're shooting for tomorrow night. Yeah, we're going to give Derby that extra 30 minutes to try and make it.
Perfect. Then, yeah, tomorrow night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing Doctor Who Cares reviews for the first 2 episodes of The War Between the Land and the Sea. Gonna have to get on my VPN to get it off the iPlayer because it's not on Disney+. Then, of course, Saturday Night Drive-In this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and Adam will talk more about that.
Yeah, keep going. I'm trying to find the raid feature, and it's not work. They changed the layout of studio, and I can't find it anymore. Dre, what do you got going on this week?
So this week, we'll see what pops up in news. I'll be keeping my thumb on the whole Warner Brothers situation and seeing what keeps pouring out of that. So definitely check out the Brutal Playing Comics YouTube channel for that. Also, check out my site bbcomics.io to see all the other great stuff I'm doing, voice work, comic books, graphic novels, all that other great stuff. Definitely check that out. And of course, follow me on X Twitter at DeBrute00.
Okay. As for me, I'm done for streaming tonight, although I will be joining Brad, Hitman, and Fractured for some Wormhole Watch later tonight, which you can catch on Brad's channel, edited down so that he doesn't get copyright hit every Wednesday night on Duke Devil 95, where we're into season 3 tonight. It's The Search Part 2, where Fractured and Hitman are going to learn all about changelings. Yes. I love it. We're in season 3. The good stuff happens now. Other than that, tomorrow, because of Doctor Who, brain completely shut down there. Because of Doctor Who Cares reviews, there will be no Stream of Conscious for the rest of the month because it overlaps. Blame Dermy. Blame Dermy. It's his crap schedule. He's my bestest friend in the world, but it's his crap schedule. So we'll be doing Doctor Who Cares reviews, The War Between the Land and Sea, episodes 1 and 2 tomorrow night. Also, you can catch everything, the Double D's, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. I've got a chat, maybe watch his reviews, probably for Tuesday. Some movie Kel wants me to watch. I don't know what it is. I have to go look it back up. But got one of those coming this week. No set gaming streams. I'm still trying to figure out what to do. Maybe I might just float through the rest of the month on doing it until we get to January, where then we'll be streaming Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake, and we'll be starting the Erdrick trilogy on that. And other than that, just stay tuned. As Dre said, we'll be all covering the evolving situation of Warner Brothers and Netflix. Other news coming out. Then in 2 weeks, Fallout Season 2. It's a weekly release, so I'm going to be reviewing it. So come back by for that. And then in January, as we just previewed, we'll be covering Starfleet Academy. And that's going to be such a bad show. That's going to be terrible. And I'm here for it now. I'm excited. She's a hologram. She's a hologram. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for joining us this week. Oh, driving next week. Driving next week. We'll be watching Scrooged for a Christmas movie. Jed's never seen it, so it should be a fun discussion. And then, of course, if you guys haven't done so already, go over to the post tab on my channel. It's time for Chat Choice Movie for fourth quarter 2025, and it's Christmas themed movie. So go put that. We'll choose 4 by the next weekend, and then the following weekend you guys will get it before we go on break for Christmas. So please submit it. Submit your choices. Let's get them up there. I know you guys, you one chance to make us watch stuff we don't want to watch, but it's all got to be Christmas themed. That's the thing. It's got to be a Christmas movie. Anyway, I think that's everything. I don't think I've forgotten anything. If I have, I'm sorry. I'm still a little sick. Star Trek just broke my brain. Fake Star Trek broke my brain. And I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because I was a bad guy. I was naughty playing video games late. So I admit that. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We appreciate that. Hit the like button. Links are in the description below. And we will catch you next week. Until then, take it easy.